NBA season, but who are the top 5 teams in the NBA? Who's the legit contenders? Who is the cream of the crop? The teams that you look at that team and you're like, they are light years ahead of the rest of the pack. They are far from mid. This is a team that actually has title aspirations and actually has a chance to play in June this year. So we're going to dive into that. Also, I know that there were some contracts that were signed, some rookie extensions. It was also some grandpa extensions too. One of the oldest players in the NBA, he signed for an extra 2 years, and he's on a very good team. So we'll talk about Kevin Durant and what this means for his legacy. We'll talk about some of the younger players, and we'll also do power rankings this episode as well. So y'all buckle your seatbelts, brace yourself. Obviously, tomorrow, the season starts, fellas. Hey, Happy New Year's. How y'all feel about this? Y'all excited for the new season?
Basketball season is in effect, Ron. Let's do it. No doubt. Basketball season is in effect. Have we had an NBA season where nobody's really sure who's going to win the NBA championship? Have we had a season like that in recent years? Like
sure,
where we aren't sure?
I mean, every year we all have kind of idea of 3-4 teams that we think could probably do it. I think we got the same this year. I think there's about 4 teams that we all know one of these teams will most likely do it.
So the days of Bryant and Shaq, them days are over. Like, yo, these dudes is winning it this year. The days of the Golden State Warriors, these dudes is winning it. Those days are over.
Bryant and Shaq. Don't get me started. Never mind.
I
wouldn't say that. I think if you look historically, if you look at the odds, I think OKC is right on par with where the Warriors were.
Yeah, I wanted to say that too, Swiper.
Interesting.
Do we take them as favorites?
You have to, Ron. I mean, they're the champs. I don't think that they're going to win it, but you have to take them off the strength that they got everybody back. They just won the NBA championship. They got the league MVP on their
You don't take them as favorites then?
I don't, but I understand why other people take them as favorites. Off the strength that
he shares the feeling that Darius Garland has. Maybe that if they're healthy, then the Cleveland is going to beat.
No, he shares the feeling that people just aren't going to repeat anymore. So OKC are disqualified.
Anymore at all? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's not because OKC. It's not because Cleveland have got better than OKC. He just doesn't think teams are going to repeat. So
is it not
OKC
both?
Equipped.
I don't think I'm going to see it.
I think
no, he had this feeling before they got Lonzo.
Yeah, this was.
It was just OKC won. Okay, they're not winning next year. He just
sure.
So yeah.
I'm on record saying that. Moss is not lying. I'm on record saying I don't think I'm going to see a repeat champion in this decade. I don't.
Other than Boston was meant to repeat this year, but other than that, yeah.
Just don't stop there, Moss, because I thought Milwaukee was going to do it too. I did. I thought Milwaukee was going to do it.
Yeah.
And Denver, yep. And then after Boston, I was out. I said I don't think I'm going to see a repeat.
Yeah, so he lost faith now. So now OKC, because Denver and Milwaukee failed him. OKC now don't get them.
And Boston.
Yeah, and Boston failed him. They don't get OKC are cooked because of what those 3 teams that have nothing to do with OKC did.
I just think Denver's better. That's all.
I think that's
fair enough.
And why are they better because of what they added, Ox, or because of them just being better as a team?
Well, they were better last year, too. They were better last year. And the part about basketball is that injuries are a real thing. That's a part of sports. You know what I'm saying? And you can't put an asterisk. You can never put an asterisk next to a team for beating a team that got hurt, because being healthy is a part of being a good team. So
part of it.
OKC took care of business last year. They did what they had to do. It's not their fault MPJ and AG got hurt. It's not their fault that Tyrese Halliburton tore his Achilles. That's not their fault at all. They did their thing. So they won fair and square, no doubt about it. But I do think Denver added some things. And I think what Denver added makes them clearly just the best team.
They just filled almost every gap that they had, if not all the gaps that they had. And they were right there in Game 7 with them last season. So, I hear a lot of people talking about how they went to Game 7 with the Clippers, who they smoked in Game 7, by the way. Smoked them in Game 7. And then I think this season they come back better. I think their offense is going to be better. And they filled up all the gaps that they had. They got a backup point guard. They got a better shooter. They got a better backup 5. I think that everything that was necessary in order for them to fill that, I think that they did that. So, but I do understand,
the Clippers
Ron.
are better too, Chill. The Clippers are also better.
I think that they got better in some areas. Yes, I do think that they did do that. I don't think they're better than Denver, though. I don't.
So do we all have Denver as a top 5 team?
Oh yeah,
I do.
Of course.
Can we can stamp that?
I do.
think we can stamp 2 teams.
I think we can
Who's the other team?
No,
Clippers.
I'll say, yeah, I was going to say OKC too.
Yeah, okay.
Are the Clippers better than the Lakers?
I think so.
Chill, you all right?
The Lakers haven't.
I don't think the Lakers. I don't think the Lakers are close.
It's
to
preseason, but they did not look. They did not look all that well in obviously in preseason. So context, no LeBron as well. So, but they definitely will.
Are they better than Minnesota?
I don't think
I
so.
think so. I think they are.
Clippers?
You think they are?
Yeah, I think the Clippers are better than Minnesota.
Oh no! Oh, you talking about the Lakers or Clippers? Better than Minnesota?
Clippers.
I
don't think the Lakers are better than the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I think the Clippers are better than Minnesota as well.
I don't think the Lakers are a top 5 team in the West. So
I got them at
Really
5.
not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous at all.
I think they finished. They probably finished as the top 5 seed though. But
That's why I got them at 5. I got them at
maybe,
5.
yeah, but I don't think they're a top 5 team. But maybe they finished top 5 seed. Maybe.
But remember what we're dealing with, though, Myles. We're dealing with a Western Conference that's super duper stacked. I mean, again, and you've heard me say this already. 3-8 was only separated by 2 games. That's it.
yeah, that too. But
which is why they could be a top 5 seed. But
yeah,
I don't think the top 5 seeds last year were the top 5 teams in the conference.
I'm feeling a little weird, y'all, about like because Chill has this Portland thing because he's we both obviously rep Portland because Chauncey Billups and the defense and everything else. So like obviously I like Portland like last year, but I'm feeling a little weird about the Spurs because mathematically, when I've been doing some of the deep diving, they have similar to what the Rockets had last year. They have an elite defense. So with Thunder, Rockets, Clippers, they're gonna have high.
Stop right there. Swiper, do they have an elite defense or do they have an elite defensive player?
They have elite defense. They have Carter Bryant, they have Victor Wembanyama, and then they have Stephon Castle. I would say that you're not going to find 3 better defenders. And Sohan. Yeah, so I would say you're not going to find 4 better defenders.
Oh, De'Aaron. He wants you to say De'Aaron.
Well, De'Aaron is a positive.
I thought you was going to say Keldon Johnson.
I think in this situation, De'Aaron's a positive defender. Keldon is not a good defender.
I think he is too.
But so that's 5. Let's just say they have those 4 with De'Aaron. They have a very similar track record, I think, to what the Rockets had last year. The Clippers with Harden not being like a great defender, but Harden, if you surround him with DJJ and Kawhi and Zubac and Chris Dunn, the best POA defender in the sport, that obviously changes a lot of things. I think the Spurs, there's a world, man, where the Spurs finish like top 6, and I have not put them anywhere, but I also don't think it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility if Victor Wembanyama plays 60-plus games this year that they're a top 6 team.
But can he lift them to top 5 though, Swiper?
Who's
can
the
he
5
lift them to a top?
So Thunder, Denver. I think for a lot of people, it's Thunder, Denver, Clippers, Wolves.
Wait. Before we, because I know Mars. Mars, so you got him. You got the Clippers as top 5.
Yeah.
I know Ox does. Swiper, I know you do. You've been very vocal about that. Chill. Do you have the Clippers as a top 10 team?
I do have them as a top 10 team, no doubt about that. I don't have them as a top 5 team, though. No, I don't.
Chill. I just got to say, you are such a hater.
Why am I a hater?
I seen that TikTok you did when you were talking about all the players we gonna miss, and the first thing you said, "Oh, we don't see enough of this dude. We not gonna miss him."
Am I lying? Am I lying?
Just straight to Kawhi hate. Just straight to Kawhi hate. All he gave to the game.
Have we seen him enough to miss him? Because I can tell you right now who I miss. I can tell you right now who I miss, Wiper. I miss my boys who I hang around all the time, who we had the best time with. The dudes that I hung around with sometime, I don't really miss them as nearly much. I don't miss them nearly as much as I hung around with the dudes that I hung around with all the time. Which means Kawhi Leonard, I ain't see him that much.
Hey, chill. It's a chick I hang out with twice a year. I don't miss nobody as much as her.
Boy.
And here's the difference, Ron. The difference is
what do you call those, Ron?
Once again, chill. Come again.
It's a difference, Ron, but you still see her though. That's the difference. You don't like you said, you go twice a year that you hang out with her. Ron, what you don't do is like you still talk to her, don't you? Like within that year. Like you don't just see her when you see her, and then
it's real. It's real Kawhi. It's real Kawhi like chill. I don't know. It's more Embiid like
chill. I
don't know, man. When Kawhi's gone, I'm gonna miss Kawhi, man. I think the league's better when Kawhi's in it. Bron,
chill. When you got somebody that you don't talk to a lot, but them link ups is special. Right. I feel like not talking makes it better.
Maybe that's true, but Myles is the same one who told me, I believe it was last year when we talked about, can you tell the story when we talked about the top 75 players? Can you tell the story of the NBA without Kawhi Leonard? And he said, yes, you can. Meanwhile, you're going to miss him.
I think that was our Hall of Famers, not top 75. But maybe you could, but whether or not, but that means I would only miss like 15 people in NBA history. I think that's just nonsense. There's people who I'm going to miss who aren't even all-stars. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I can just miss players because I enjoyed watching them play. It's not about, oh, you need to be this transcendent player for me to miss you when you're gone. Like, I think the league was better when Brandon Roy was in it. And I wasn't around. Like, I'm not saying I watched him live. But I think when Brandon Roy was gone, Ron, am I correct in saying people miss Brandon Roy? Like when he retired?
To this day.
Like, it's not just about, oh, you have to play 75 games a year for when you to be gone, we can miss you. Like, nah, I think I missed Kawhi last year. The first half of the season when the Clippers didn't have Kawhi and they were still a good team, I miss Kawhi then. I was like, I want to see Kawhi play. I miss Embiid when he's not playing. Yeah. Like, these guys don't play a whole lot, and I miss them when they don't play because I think the league is better when those guys play. So yeah, I'm a miss Kawhi.
And maybe that's true, Ron. Maybe that's true, Myles. But for the Clippers, for example, he's been there. I think we're going into year 7 now that he's been there. And in the 7 years that he's been there, I have seen him less than I have actually seen him, than I wanted to see him. That's the problem. So when I'm matched up with the bunch, when I'm matched up with the guys
prior to that.
What about the 8
years? He played on the championship team.
Kawhi's played like about 900 games in his NBA career. You've seen him a lot.
That's double Embiid, by the way.
But regardless of swiping, my thing about it is when you do see Kawhi, that's just like that cousin that lives over in Virginia or something. You know, every time I see him at a family reunion like that, he's like my favorite cousin, even though my real favorite cousin lives 2 hours away and we see each other all the time. You know what I mean?
Which means that if he wasn't around anymore, you'd miss him a lot more. Your real favorite cousin. I would still, but which is what this is about.
I would still miss my cousin from Virginia because whenever we link up, it's like we known each other. It's like we grew up together.
Absolutely.
You know? And on top of that, chill, I think we see Kawhi a little bit more than that cousin from Virginia. That's all I'm saying.
But chill, the last time he started the season though, he played 68 games. Last time he was able to start the season.
24.
Literally 2 years ago, and then he got hurt in the playoffs. And then that's why he didn't play most last year.
Giving it to KD in there.
And then now he's healthy going into the year this year. And don't look now, chill, but he looks really good in the preseason.
Looks great. And I've seen this before. But
when you saw he played 68 games and made all NBA.
Compared to the other guys that Ox was talking about, the list that I was talking about, compared to those other guys, I've seen those guys more.
Who were the other guys?
It was James.
All the older guys. The great
all the older guys.
They've all outside of LeBron though, they've all missed seasons before.
Absolutely, but they haven't missed as much time as Leonard has. That's the difference. Unfortunately, with Leonard, he actually goes down at the most inopportune time. That's the problem. Like
Steph Curry went down in the playoffs, and then
Steph Curry went down in the playoffs this season that just passed. When was the last time that happened?
No. He went down in the playoffs in 2019 when he was the Houston series.
No, he didn't.
The Houston series, they're growing. Yeah, he went down in the playoffs and came back. He got hurt in the playoffs.
Okay,
remember he
tore his playoffs?
Huh?
Who got hurt in the playoffs?
Steph
Curry
in the playoffs.
Steph's been hurt in the playoffs multiple times.
He was hurt in the NBA Finals in 2007, apparently.
But here's the difference: that he still is there, though. We don't lose him like we lose Leonard. Like Leonard's gone. That's the difference. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about.
Normally, when you lose someone, you miss them. Yeah. Normally, when you lose someone, you miss someone.
Well, but if I lose you more, then I start to miss you. I start to miss you less because I kind of not depend on it, but I kind of expect it, as opposed to somebody that I expect to be around even more.
Why you keep trying to justify the Kawhi hate? Just say, you know what, I hate him. Okay, move on. Because when I'm hating on somebody, I don't keep trying to justify it. I just finally did. You know what? You're right. I hate him. Move on.
I don't hate Kawhi Leonard. He just isn't available as much as I would like him to be. That doesn't mean I hate him. That's just so unfair. Like I hate Danny Ainge.
You know what? Real talk. I don't want to hear your shit right now. Real talk. Do not start this. All right. Cause you.
That's all it is. I don't hate him. I think
real talk was coming in with agendas ready.
Yeah. What a coincidence.
Anything ready.
We talk about the Clippers and all of a sudden you pop in. We talk about Kawhi Leonard hate and you pop in. We talk about the Clippers not being the top 5
now because Ron invites somebody on the show and then forgets to send them the link. and then sends it to him 20 minutes late. That's why I'm just
You
popping
should have hit
in.
me up, bro.
But
So I
it's
kind of
fine,
had
though.
you with the link already.
Real.
You
I
could have
know,
came
I
in
know.
20 minutes from now.
The point that I was making is with the 5 teams, we were talking about the regular season, right? And the reason why I don't have the Clippers because of the regular season. Are these guys all going to play as much in the regular season? I got them right outside the top 5. It's not like I got them like 8 or 9.
They won 50 games last year despite only getting 34 from Kawhi.
Yes,
And the team is 49.
37 from Kawhi.
37.
37.
How many did I say? 34?
34, yeah.
Okay, I apologize. 3 games off. My bad. I'll take
James Harden's going to play. I don't think James Harden is a question. I think James
80
Harden's going
games.
to play.
Okay, Zubac,
Yep.
80 games.
James Harden's going to play. Zubac is going to play. Let's see.
Bradley Beal.
DJJ's going to play.
50 from B-Rad.
Chris
DJ
Dunn is gonna play.
Yeah,
Chris Dunn is gonna
DJJ, Chris Dunn's going to play.
Yep.
John Collins plays basketball.
John
plays a lot of
Collins
basketball.
play a lot of games.
Hold
Brook
on,
Lopez
though,
plays.
y'all.
Go ahead.
Because
Yep.
we talking about these guys being Iron Man, and they might be, but the Clippers are so deep that they can afford. Like James Harden can play 75 games and they'll be all right. Zubac can
That's
play
crazy.
70 games and they'll be all right. Like these dudes, they legitimately have one of the
90% of the
deepest
games,
teams
bro.
in the league. So
That's
it's
still
like
almost 90% of the games, though.
Yeah.
I think like I don't even think that's the problem with these dudes playing.
Nick Batum, you got a lot of guys on that roster.
Yeah.
They're very deep.
Bogey's
John
off the
Collins.
bench.
Bogey will be back soon. Like they got a very
Bradley Beal just came back
Mhm.
at the
Yeah.
end of preseason.
even
Kawhi Leonard's going to play 50 plus this year as well, by the way.
You can get 45 to 55 from Kawhi, 45 to 55 from B-Rad, 55, 60 from Bogey, you know, and then let the older guys get their minutes in. I think,
80 from Chris Paul.
My goodness.
Oh yeah, forgot about CP3. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think
The
I
team
got.
really deep, man. Yeah, the team really.
I think I got the Clippers like third seed.
Chill.
Okay.
Why are you so against the Clippers? Like, what?
I'm not
what is-
against the Clippers. It's the Clippers. Like y'all dudes sitting up here talking to me like it ain't the Clippers. It's who they are.
That's the name of their team.
Like
That is the name.
we've seen the Clippers. We've seen the history of the Clippers.
Yeah,
Chill,
Why
I'm
y'all
with
said
talking
this
to me
last
like,
week.
like
you
this
put
was
this
just
Clippers team in a Spurs uniform, they get belief. It's just weird how that works.
No.
Hey, chill. These guys is trying to fight
No.
your logic. Chill. I'm with you. Hey, you know
Bring
what,
no
OG?
logic here,
Hey,
Tom.
you know what, OG? You Kareem this year. I'm Magic. All right. Hey, you the captain.
Oh, you
Chill.
guys are the Dallas
Hey,
Mavericks? Okay, go ahead.
So
Go
tragic.
Hey, chill. I'm with you. They can act like they don't understand what's going on. We know what's going on, but
I don't know.
proceed. The history of what?
ahead. Well, we know what you're doing, Ron, but that's cool.
The history of the
They employ James
so
Harden and Chris Paul.
rewind the clock. They go back and they get Kawhi Leonard in the 2019-2020 season.
Yes.
This is the best player on the market.
Yep.
Then they
Correct.
trade for Paul George.
Yep.
Which is already a damn good team.
Yep.
And they
Two
get
top
these
10
two
players,
guys,
yeah. Two top
right?
10
When they
players.
already get these two guys,
5. at
we
the
see
time.
what happens. We see what happens. They flame out. The next year, we
They
get
didn't
close
flame
to
out.
Western
They didn't flame out. They got
Well,
What happened?
They
Yeah,
got
yeah. He has to
beat
glaze
in
the Nuggets.
playoffs.
He had to
No,
go-
no.
yeah,
But they went to 7. I don't know if that's like they.
Yes, sir.
They
I
flamed
think-
out. They
blew
were
a 3-1
up
lead.
20
But I'm
points.
saying,
They
I
blew
know,
it.
but hold
They blew
on.
it
I know,
3-1
but
lead.
I'm trying to detach from the narrative. I'm saying, chill. They went into the
folded,
series in the bubble. They were up 3-1. Now they went 7 games still in the second round. So I think like when we talk about it, it's like it went 4-1. They fought until the very end. The first far
They
as you
had
can
won
go in
that
the series.
Should they
They-
had won that series, Swiper? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think
They should've won that
could
series
they could have. Then they got punched in
Not
the mouth.
could have, Swiper. Should they have?
No,
won
yeah,
that
they
series?
were
Yes or
favorites.
no?
They were. I think at the
Flip
time
the-
they
flip
were the
flip
favorites to win the
flip
title.
it around. If Denver's up 3-1, in
They
that
were
series,
the
should Denver have won
favorites
that
to win the
series?
title. They were the
I'm
favorites
asking
to win the
you
title.
a
that year.
question,
Swiper, they
If
folded.
you-
We can call it what it is. Swiper, they folded.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Okay,
But I'm
so
saying,
in
but
the
they
next-
still went 7. Like I think we act like they went 5.
Which,
That's all I'm saying.
which it shouldn't have happened. They should have ended that series in 5. That series should have been already over. They
Yeah,
were up
Marcus
3-1.
Morrison
Okay,
talked
but
to
then-
Paul Millsap, then they probably win the series. I agree.
Okay, so then the next year, right? Then the next year we get Leonard and Paul George again. We got a really good team, and we go into the playoffs against this Utah Jazz.
And they're
team,
dominating. And they're dominating.
100%. And then Leonard breaks down again.
Well, they went to
Leonard
game
got
7 in the
hit.
first round.
Like he got hit.
That's it. Well,
He collided
non-contact injury.
towards ACL.
Yeah,
And then
somebody
his-
hit.
and then his
Joe
ACL
Ingles
tore, yeah.
hit him. I get it was Joe
Unfortunately.
Ingles, I believe.
right. So
It was,
we
it was
have
Joe Ingles or
something
Boyan. It was
unfortunate.
one of the two. It doesn't matter.
Well, it was Joe Ingles actually. So we have something unfortunate with the
Ingles.
Clippers. So then we lose Leonard in the 21. We lose Leonard in the 22 season.
And
In
Paul
the
George
23 season,
still takes them.
Paul
to the-
George had a great conference finals that year. too.
100% takes them.
Yeah,
100% takes them
Suns,
to the
yeah.
conference championship.
Mhm.
And I think that's the ceiling for this crew. That's when you should move on because that's it. But instead, we come back with Kawhi Leonard missing the playoffs. I mean, with Kawhi Leonard missing the entire season. The
Wait,
next
what do you
year,
mean by move on? They supposed to move on after that, after Kawhi.
Okay.
Yeah, Kawhi tears his ACL. Move on, man. Service. Yeah,
So first of all,
So get rid of Kawhi?
yes, and you know why? Because when Kawhi Leonard showed up, when Kawhi, you can fight it all you want, Ox. Your man showed up. He was broken when you got him, which means that there's a timeline here. There's a window here where we have to win. That's a fact.
Should
That's
Jamal
not my
Murray
opinion.
have been
That's a
traded
fact.
after he tore his ACL?
So does Jamal Murray have a history of injury like Kawhi Leonard has?
Wait, hold on, but up to that point though, Chill, I'm answering the question. Up to that point, he had one season where he had legitimate injuries to a lower body extremity that limited him to 15 games in 2017-18.
Nine games.
Nine games. Sorry, 30, 34, 37, 9, 15.
Yeah, you're retroactively giving Kawhi the injury-prone tag when to that point when he tore his ACL, he had one major injury.
Right. That's
in
it.
a 10-year career.
And then he had
so because what you've seen after that happened, where he got hurt again in 23 and he got hurt again in 24, you've now retroactively said, oh, this was a history of him in 21. When at the time, when Kawhi tore his ACL, that was his second major injury since he got drafted in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't injury prone.
So again, what we're doing is we're making it look like injuries are a number of different injuries. What we're leaving out is the fact that he had a condition which was worsening as time went on.
No, we didn't find out about that until after.
We asked, but that's what was going on. And he said, not only did he say that, this was going on in San Antonio, which was why he ended up getting traded because they mismanaged him and he didn't want to be there anymore.
No, do you remember what happened in San Antonio, Chill?
No, what happened in San Antonio was he had a bad was it his thigh?
Yes, it was a soft tissue injury, Mars.
He said it didn't feel right, and then Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili and them had a worse injury, and I came back.
Right, and then the organization wasn't supporting him, and then so he said, "I'm not playing here."
So am I losing my mind when I think about what happened in 2019 when he was in the playoffs and
they load managed him because of a knee issue in 2019? That's correct.
Which he had complained about in San Antonio, which they mismanaged. So to my point.
But we didn't know about the degenerative knee that came out after the fact.
Okay, but it was still an issue, though. That's the point. The point is that he comes.
Well, I think wasn't that connected to the ACL injury, though?
But I'm saying retroactively, yes, it's an issue. We agree. We all agree Kawhi has degenerative knees. All of us agree on that. Is well documented. At the time he tore his ACL, that wasn't something we knew. That's what I'm saying. So saying, oh, they should have moved on once he tore his ACL because we knew this. We didn't know he had degenerative knees in 2021, unless I'm heavily mistaken. Which in fact, I'm fine saying I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, the degenerative knee stuff came out after he had torn his ACL. But I could be wrong on the time.
And mind you,
are you and Swiper arguing right now that Kawhi Leonard pre-2021 wasn't like deemed an injury-prone player?
Well, I'm saying he wasn't because what happened is
I'm saying he had
two major injuries from 2021 to 2017. That's what happened. And I'm saying in the 17 year, it was something that he felt like he was never fully comfortable that season, Chill. And again, mind you, Chill, when he tore his ACL, he was 29. Like that was his age 29 season. So I think your prognosis saying they should have moved, but they should have moved on from him when you tear your ACL at 29 and a superstar. I mean, I just don't know like who else in NBA history that would apply to. At least post-modern science. Like,
but I'm saying because he had that season where he sat out the entirety of the season, right?
2017-18.
In San Antonio.
Okay.
The following season, he then gets load managed because games. They are worried about him being injured. I think by that point, we did kind of come to the conclusion that, hey, maybe injury prone may not be the word, but more fragile. Like he had started getting that tag by the time he has to load manage to be able to play in the playoffs. And then like Chill is referring to, get hurt and limp his way through the finish line
which he did, by the way.
But real talk, is it fair to say the very next year though,
let's not forget that.
He played 79% of the games the very next season, real talk. So, like,
but how many games is that though? Like
it was 57 of 72 because it was a shortened season. So then, if you multiply that though times 82 games, he's on track for 65 games like that season. So I think
fellas, I'm gonna dive in. We'll circle back to Kawhi, but we still got to figure out who the top 5 teams are that we believe going into the season. So right now we got the Thunder stamped, we got the Nuggets stamped. Real talk, did you have the Clippers?
Absolutely.
So we got the Clippers stamped in. Four out of the 6 of us. Who are the next 2 teams?
The Cavs and
is this where we? Cavs. I think we can all agree on the Cavs, right?
Yes.
I think Orlando's better than them, but I'm not gonna fight it today.
Well, I've famously
I'm
said
with Bob
already.
on that.
I think the 5 best teams in the league are all in the West. But I guess
Really?
now, like without, yeah,
Really, for real.
That's not the first time I heard that, though.
yeah, I said that.
Morris, didn't you say that?
Did I say what?
Didn't you say the top
best
5 teams are in the West?
league.
Swiper, you got
I
the
would say
Timberwolves.
4 of the top 5. I
Yeah,
would say maybe 4 of
absolutely.
the top 5 are in the
Yeah,
West.
I'm all the way.
I'm probably on the side of 3 of the top 5 are in the West. I probably have the Cavs and Knicks in my top 5.
Yeah. So Swiper, you got the Timberwolves over the Knicks?
I think so.
Okay, I'm not mad at it. I just didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't really have any reason to be down on the Wolves at this point. Maybe I'm too high on them.
I think the Wolves got a good team this year. I do. I think they got a good team.
I think they're me and Mars discussed this on my channel. Go check it out.
What channel? What's it called?
Real Talk EJLT. Go check it. But Real Talk EJLT, my name.
Okay,
Duh.
dang, bro. Like, speak up. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm subscribed to the right channel because you got.
I appreciate. You know what? I appreciate that, Swipe, for the.
You got 2 channels.
No, I have 1 channel.
As you were saying,
there's
Real
definitely
Talk.
another channel. Go ahead.
You were saying something. Real
I
Talk.
don't.
You were making
I don't have a OnlyFans like you. What I'm saying is, I forgot the point because you've described. What was I talking?
We were talking about the top 5 teams, and the 5 best teams were in the West. And he said something about Minnesota.
Oh yeah, Minnesota is like a deep playoff run team, but I don't think they can get out the conference. So I'm not going to really qualify them as a top 5 team in the league. I do think there are like 2 teams in their same conference, definitely better than them.
Are the Knicks better than Minnesota?
I think so. Yes.
I think so.
Is it a gap swiper or not swiper? I'm sorry. Ox, is it a gap or are we like running? I'm running a 9.71 and you like running a 9.74. Something like that.
I think they're all in the same tier. I can't say for sure which team I think will win in a 7-game series, but I do think the Knicks are just. I think the Knicks got. I'm giving the Knicks the edge. Yeah, I'm giving the Knicks the edge. It's that wing defense. It's that wing defense.
Before we transition, y'all, I just want to hear everybody's top 5 teams. So, Swiper, let's start with you. Who's your bona fide top 5 teams?
OKC Thunder, Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Clippers. Who am I missing from the Western Conference? So then you got because the Wolves and the Rockets are struggle. I'll do Wolves, and then I think Fred VanVleet. I'll take the Cavaliers. I think that's fair. The adjustment for Fred VanVleet.
Ox, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Denver. Respect OKC, put them 2. Then I'll go with I'm gonna go. Okay, so I'm gonna go Denver, OKC, Knicks, Clippers, Orlando.
All right, chill.
Just say that you hate the Cavs. Just like when we say I hate Kawhi Leonard. Say you hate the Cavs. Just say it, Ox.
I don't hate the Cavs. I
yes, you do, because there's no evidence to suggest that Orlando is better than them. None.
If you when you ask
there's
me,
no evidence to suggest that they better.
I'll actually talk about how I feel about the team without bringing up some stuff from 2021 about Kawhi Leonard that has nothing to do with today. I think the Cavaliers are a really good team. I just think they're undersized at some very important.
They got double bigs. And their double bigs are better than your double bigs.
I said that's some very important positions, meaning I think they're too small on the wings. I don't know. I'm not really sold on their small forward position. I'm not really sold on their small forward position. And that's pretty much that. I think like I said the other day when you asked me about you called the Cavaliers soft on my behalf. I didn't say that. I'm really high on Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, but I just think that they can get out physical. I think this is a really good team still. I got them.
So you think that they can get out physical? Meanwhile, you tell me that I'm bringing up something from 2021 with Kawhi Leonard. Meanwhile, that's how they got beat up in 2023 against the Knicks, which was years ago. There was no evidence that they got.
How did Evan Mobley's ribs? Well, how come he wasn't? What happened last year?
Okay, just because I get hit.
Yo, chill and Ox. We'll circle back to Evan Mobley's ribs. Chill. Who's your top 5 teams right now?
I'm going to start with the Oklahoma City Thunder because they are the champs. I'm going to start with them. I think Denver is right behind them. I'm going to take the Cavs, the Rockets.
Is that in order?
Yes. I'm going to take the Cavs because I think that they're going to overtake them at some point during the season. I think that they're going to win the NBA championship. At number 4, I think Dallas is. I'm going to take Houston right now, but I think Dallas is going to overtake them. But I'm going to take Houston right now and Dallas. I think those are the top 5 teams in the league.
Okay. Real talk?
I'm going to go OKC, Clippers, Denver, Orlando, and Ron. I'm starting to like what I'm seeing from Reed Shepherd a little bit, and so it's making me reconsider the Rockets. It's making me reconsider them, but as of right now, I'll still go with the Knicks as the 5th team to round out my top 5, though.
Is it possible that Reed Shepherd might play some G League minutes this year as well?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
If he gets hurt and then they send him to the G League to ramp up,
that's fair. I could get with that, Moss. That I can.
Yeah, I'm talking about no injury, not injury. I'm just saying.
yeah, I don't foresee that, but maybe, but I don't foresee it.
I said Orlando, right?
Top 5? Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah.
OKC, Denver, Cleveland, New York, and the Clippers.
One more time.
OKC, Denver, Cleveland, New York, and the Clippers.
There y'all have it. Let us know how you feel about everybody's top 5. Let me know if you've liked the video or not. Also, let me know if you subscribed or not. Also, send me a DM and let me know if you're a member or not. And last but not least, let me know if you've downloaded Splash Sports or not. If you haven't, you can click the link in the bio, or you can scan this QR code and you could join right now. And it's a reason why you should want to join right now, because the NBA season starts tomorrow. And also our NBA Player Survivor starts tomorrow, which means it's the deadline to enter tomorrow. Now, why should you want to enter? Well, if you look on the screen, you can see cha-ching, 2,500 big cash prize in our splash pool for anybody who can, well, survive longer than everybody else. And you survive longer than everybody else by choosing a player each night that you believe will score 20 or more points. The last person standing wins. And so, once again, you have till tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time to make sure that you get your ass in this contest. It costs $10 to get in. And once again, the winner will take home $2,500. So we will see you guys in the NBA Player Survivor. We'll see one person in the winner's circle. And ultimately, it's going to be a race to the finish line. And I can't wait to see who goes the furthest. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all there. Fellas, it was some. What's up?
More money made, Ron, this last weekend.
More money
made. Did you hit Swiper?
Twice. Twice. Yep. Dart less rushing yards. Cam Scatterbo rush receptions more. Wandale Robinson more receiving yards than 43.5. Bo Nix less than 0.5 picks, and then Sutton more than 53.5 on receiving yards, and then Brian Robinson Jr. Bijan Robinson, 37.5 receiving yard, which was insane. More. Bo Nix 20.5 completions more, and then George Pickens 65.5 more. So
that's 2 different flips.
Yep, that's 3 and 3, and then 5 and 5.
See, my bookie while I'm bullshit.
Yeah, Bo Nix, he almost sold me with the yards.
Would you do all the yards? Yeah. Fourth quarter.
But then he did sell me because I took the more on the picks. I thought he was gonna throw
nice.
One.
Yeah. I'm not Bijan at 37.5 on receiving yards, by the way. It's insane. I don't know.
Ron, he said in the post game, he said he was ready to come up there and talk about how they got shut out. Mm-hmm. That's what he was ready to talk about because he thought that they were that bad.
Yeah, that was a hell of a game. Shout out Jackson Dart too. Jackson Dart's a baller.
Yes,
but all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and swerve back into some of these signings that happened over the weekend. The Portland Trailblazers. I know some of you guys are high on the Portland Trailblazers. I know some of you guys are high on Shaedon Sharpe. I know some of you guys are high on Kumani Tamara. Well, both of these guys got re-upped by the Portland Trailblazers. Let's talk about it. Let's start with Shaedon Sharpe. Shaedon Sharpe has agreed to a 4-year, $90 million rookie contract extension.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
Well,
Shout out to you. Get that
Yes,
money.
said this last night on Locked On NBA. It's incredible that the fact that they have two players in the building that are this young, 22 for Shaedon Sharpe and 25 for Tamani Camara. Tamani Camara coming off an All-NBA season defensively, and then obviously Tamani Camara being like developing, as Mars has said, like maybe the most versatile defender in the sport, which there's no argument for. And then Shaedon Sharpe being an electric scorer, still with some defensive upside. Again, 22 years old is like very young, like it's extremely young in the league. And now you get them on deals that are both extremely manageable moving forward. I think this says a lot about how the Blazers have drafted. They now have a core of Tamani Camara and then Shaedon Sharpe with Donovan Clingan and Yang and Scoot Henderson. I mean, they have like a really solidified team. So, I mean, the Blazers doing a phenomenal job of rebuilding after the first Damian Lillard era. And then next year when Dame gets added to this team, that's obviously going to mean a lot. So just really, really, really smart decisions from them. And Ox, I do think it does something. When you play in the NBA and you're young, that first step you make in the NBA, you're trying to prove yourself. And when you get a deal this early, I think this gives you some freedom to be able to really chase your ceiling as a player. And then that way the next contract is even bigger and you don't got to worry about if the organization from the front office ownership or the other players, if they support you or not. So honestly, this is like two tremendous deals for the Blazers to lock in.
When are they going to have to pay Denny? Because he's I mean, his contract is.
Let's see.
He got extended by Washington a couple years.
Denny's on the books.
He got 28 years.
Yeah, but he's making nothing, y'all. He's making 14.3. So after next year, Ox, he'll be able to sign an extension, I believe, because then he'll have 2 years left on the current deal. But the thing is, Mars, I think maybe has noted this before. If not, then whatever. But it's a de-escalating deal. So 15 in the first year, 14 this year, 13 next year, and then 11 after that. So they're getting a steal for a player that might be an all-star by the time he gets to, the next 2 years.
Right. Yeah, that's why I asked, because I know they're going to have to pay him a little more.
Portland is
Jeremy Grant will be off the books by then, so they'll be all right.
Portland's kind of that team that's in prime position to pick up a big-time player and immediately contend for a championship. Now, whether they're able to do that, we shall see as the years go by, but having these good quality players on such manageable contracts like Swipe alluded to definitely makes them a hot spot if you're a really good player in this league trying to go to a team and contend immediately. They're young. They solidified their wing depth between Shaedon and Camara, and then they also have Denny on a cheap deal. Like, they can really compete if they get a superstar over there. But I do think they're going to compete this year as far as making the playoffs.
I don't know. Ron alluded to it. Circumvent what? What are we doing? We circumventing the salary cap? What are we circumventing?
Everybody ain't got to circumvent the salary cap.
They don't. They really don't. Real talk. We can do it the right way. We don't gotta do nothing. We don't have to do anything illegal in order for this to work. But to Swiper's point, I mean, when they got 8 guys under contract, their core. And these guys are primarily young guys, with the exception of Jeremy Grant, who I know how you feel about him, Mars, but I think we can move off of him on some level. I think that we can move that deal at some point during the season and maybe even get younger. And to Ron's point about Yang, I think that he's awesome, to be honest with you. I think he's definitely somebody that you can build around, and it's one of those, in the words of Marlo Stansfield from The Wire, that's one of those good problems, to have both of those two guys in the fold, and you still got Robert Williams, who is serviceable when he's healthy. And I don't think he has to be healthy that much, but if he can be healthy for 2/3 of what we need, I think that they could be really good. And I think this is a playoff team. I said that before the season started. I said that in the summer. I think that this is a playoff team. I think Chauncey Billups, I think he has a lot to work with in this season in particular. I think he's got much better as a coach. And when they get Scoot back, I think that gives them even more backcourt depth. They're going to be really good this season. I like what I'm seeing from the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, it's no way that anybody can deny that this was 2 great signings from the Portland Trailblazers. I would have thought that Shaedon would get a little more money than Tamani. Maybe that's just because Allure coming into the league and all of that stuff. But they both got pretty similar contracts. The biggest thing I want to highlight is not even to the NBA. It's to the younger kids, college kids, high school kids. Y'all better play some defense. If you 6'7" and can guard 4 different positions, you are going to get paid. Shout out to Tamani. Not saying that Tamani doesn't do other things, but obviously we see him as a defensive specialist. He can knock down that long ball too. He's a pretty good slasher, pretty good in transition, very good athlete. But if you play some defense, you're going to be not only valuable in the league, but you're going to get some money. So shout out to Tamani.
The reason why that is, Ron, is because everybody shoots the long ball. Like, what else do you do? Like, everybody's shooting the long ball. Everybody want to score. Who's carrying the piano up the stairs? Like, we got a bunch of piano players. Like, who's going to get the piano up the stairs? Not many guys want to do that. And that's where you come in. You're the guy that's going to be on the crew that's going to make sure that's diving on the floor for loose balls. You're taking the assignments. You're sticking your nose in there and getting rebounds. If you're that dude, you're going to stick around for a long time. And a guy like Camara, who I wasn't really paying as much attention as I should have, but I'm definitely paying a lot more attention to him this season. He's definitely one of the better wing defenders in the game. I love everything about this kid, no doubt.
If he can continue to grow as an offensive player, I mean, then that means they most definitely got him on a discount.
What's his ceiling? What do you think in terms of a bucket getter, real talk? What do you think his ceiling is? Like this is the best version of Camara. What can I get from him?
I wouldn't even classify him ever as a bucket getter, but I do think that he can play finish well, right? If he can hit some spot threes, specifically from the corners, if he can get out in transition and finish well there, be a good cutter off the ball, stuff like that. Just, fit in, get in where he fit in, basically, and be a competent shooter, then he's going to be well worth some money. And like
Myles,
I said, because he's already arguably one of the 10 best defenders in the league right now.
Myles, with the defense that I get from Camara, am I ridiculous if I'm asking for about 16 a game? Is that ridiculous?
I mean, you can ask for what you want. I don't think you're gonna get it, but you can ask.
Let me
rephrase
rephrase that. Can I get 15 a game from him at his best?
On a bad team, he can give you 15.
On this Trailblazer team, can I get 15 a game from him? Am I asking too much?
I'd say so, but he averaged 11 last year. So if you want to look at it as can he get 2 more layups, then go for it. But I think he is what he is as an offensive player. He's 25. What he's gonna do is he's gonna run the floor. He's gonna shoot threes. Can he be a better 3-point shooter? That would be nice. Last year he added a bit of drive into his game, which was cool, but he's not that great of a finisher. So do you really want him doing more of that? I don't know. He's just some guys. He is what he is. He's cool. He's a cool. If he can be a neutral offensive player, you've got enough value just because based on what he brings on defense. If he's someone who has to command respect as a shooter, that's really all you need. Just someone who's going to draw a closeout because he's a 40% corner shooter or he can shoot 38% on above the break threes. You get that. I think last year he shot about 38% on above the break threes, something like that. So he shot well. That's why can he command the respect as a shooter? Because his offensive game is kind of limited to shooting. He's not that good at much else. And I don't know how much higher his ceiling goes.
Fellas, speaking of a high ceiling, Kevin Durant has agreed to a 2-year extension with the Houston Rockets. 2 years, $90 million. They said that Kevin Durant was eligible for the max extension, 2 years, $120 million. But he understood that when he chose the Rockets that obviously he would be sacrificing some money. And in this case, it's about $30 million less. But this gives the Rockets long-term flexibility. How do we feel about this?
We ain't going.
KD a better man than me. I know that.
Shout out to Kevin Durant for not.
I know where Myles is at 120, at 37 years old. I'm trying
KD
to
a better man than me, man. Shout out to KD. You're a better man.
But I mean, what does this imply though, Morris? Because it's certainly not KD just being generous. If he's sacrificing one area, that means that he's trying to benefit.
Oh, he planting trees elsewhere. It means he planting trees elsewhere.
No, that's not what I'm getting at. Not everybody has the same aspirations. What I'm saying, and that could be the case. My thing is, I believe that Kevin Durant took a sacrifice on the money so the Rockets can be competitive. And I think he wants the Rockets to be competitive so they can win a championship.
I think so, Ron. I think you got to look at it. you gotta look at it. Like I always say, everybody isn't gonna take every dollar. Everybody's not LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And KD, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be in his pockets, but I mean, KD has made so much money already. And I mean, as far as I know, he doesn't have children, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? That I know of, at least, you know what I'm saying? So I can, this makes sense to me. This makes perfect sense. You know, it's like, try to get this ring. I think at this point, he's trying to finish his career on a high note, getting a ring, and he's paid, you know what I mean? So shout out KD. I love to see stuff like this. This is what I love to see. It's just less greed, you know what I'm saying? Less greed. I like this from Kevin Durant.
Number one Ox all time
all time. You know, he's paid. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, while I'm not gonna ever tell somebody like, oh, you don't need no more money. Those words aren't coming out of my mouth. But at the same time, I mean, he has a lot of bread, so it's kind of like, who needs it? You know what I mean? Let's
you trying to get a check on the way out the door, Mars? Is that what you're trying to say, Mars? You trying to get a check on the way out the door?
You know, Mars, chill. He gonna fight a bump.
I'm trying to maximize my earnings, but like I said, not everyone is me, and I'm not gonna hold everyone to the standard that I would do, because I think everyone's a different person. KD, to Ox's point, has made a lot of money. Once again, I'm not gonna use that to say that he shouldn't be pursuing more. Pursue what you want to pursue, but it's also absolutely correct to say that KD taking less does give the Rockets more flexibility. It now opens up the door for a Tari Eason extension. I'm not sure if we're going to get that done today, because I think today's the last day where you can get rookie extensions done. But that opens up the door for a Tari Eason extension. They've already obviously penciled in Jabari Smith. They've got Şengün for the long term, who also took less than the rookie max, which I do think, looking at his talent level and looking at what his peers in his draft class got, you can look at that as Şengün taking less, which, once again, Şengün a better man than me, because I know I wouldn't have done that. They just penciled Fred VanVleet in for a cheaper deal than what he was making. So like, it seems like everyone on the roster is seemingly on the same page of they're all building for the common goal of a championship, which does mean in turn some sacrifice in the financial department.
Do you think that the Şengün and Jalen Green deals were, while I do think that the Kevin Durant formula tracks that obviously with 45, do you think it feels like at least the Şengün, Jalen Green deals were more like approximations of, yes, we believe in you building chips moving forward, but also at the time, they're not like stars yet. So, you know, they haven't had like star level moments where you have to like give them like that, the rookie scale max. Do you feel like they just kind of caught the time? Because, you know, Amin Thompson, I think I'm estimating that by the time we get to the end of next year, it's like, he'll
probably get a rookie max.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Do you think it's just more so like where they were in their career at that point relative to like where they could have been?
Well, once again, I don't know I don't know what they were thinking. I think with Şengün, I'm more on the side that Şengün, if Şengün got given the rookie max, like Scotty Barnes and Franz, and who else got one? Jalen Suggs got like 150. He wasn't a rookie max, but he got like 150.
Cade Cunningham.
Cade got the rookie max. Like if Şengün, to that point, because when they signed it, Cade hadn't broke through with his All-Star appearance yet. Franz hadn't averaged 26 yet. Scotty Barnes had his one All-Star appearance, but he was Scotty Barnes. Like if Şengün would have got a rookie max, I don't think anyone would have looked at it crazy. Like, why they deserve a max, but why did Şengün get one personally? And then he took less. It's like, okay. With Jalen Green, I think it was Jalen Green hadn't performed to the level to justify a max, but Jalen Green also probably thought he was good enough to where he would earn more than 33. So I think it was in both parties' best interest to take the short-term deal with like the mid-30s, because it obviously benefited him short-term, but he can go on to try and make more. And also, I think it's a very tradable contract, as we saw, making up the money for a Kevin Durant trade, which I do think was part of the planning when it came to the Jalen Green contract. So I think Houston, I'm not going to say lucked out, but I definitely think it's worked out perfectly for them. And I do think if they would have given Şengün a rookie max, it wouldn't have been looked at crazy. Jalen Green, absolutely. But Şengün, I don't think it would have been looked at crazy. Especially coming off the year he came off in 23. He had a really good year. He was like 20 and 10, something like that, 5 assists, one of the best passing bigs. Like if he would have got given the rookie max, I think people would have looked at it like, okay, that makes sense. So shout out to the Rockets. They've done really good business. Rafael Stone is a hell of a GM, in my opinion.
I do think somebody's like over, or like, because some people think some of these contracts are overpays, and I'm gonna go to the Spurs and use De'Aaron Fox as an example. But I do think some of the logic is for some of these players who might be on the move to make up, you know, a large sum of the contract of a player that we're trying to acquire, right? So instead of just completely dismantling your team because you have to trade away 3, 4, 5 pieces to match salary, well, if we can, you know, if we could throw De'Aaron Fox in a deal and he's already making $50-some-odd million a year to get a Giannis potentially, just throwing that out there, like that makes a lot of sense, and we don't have to get rid of our entire squad to acquire Giannis, and then it's kind of like a net neutral because yes, we have Giannis, but we have to give away, you know, the core of our team to get him.
Well, Ron, one of the main reasons why this contract, and really quickly, one of the main reasons why this contract between both Jalen Green and Sengun worked was because they sucked. Like, it wasn't like they were good and we had to pay them immediately. No, they weren't very good. They were off. They were awful. So the fact that they were awful, this is the classic buy low, sell high. And to Mars's point, we're able to buy low with Jalen Green with that little bit of money, which is a very team-friendly deal. And out of it, we're able to get Kevin Durant. So, I mean, I don't know how much better of a deal you could get, especially considering where KD is in his career. He's still one of the better bucket getters in the game. So I think that they did a really good job. And if Houston was better with these rookies earlier on, they would not have gotten them at such a team-friendly deal. It wouldn't have happened.
All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get into the crunch time chats. Y'all know what that is. Everybody that has sent through a super chat, we are going to address as many super chats as possible in the next 10 minutes. Also, if you haven't liked the video, once again, do that. Shout out to everybody that's on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, Discord. Now, you might not be watching from those platforms, but shout out to everybody that follows us or is in that community with Players Choice on those platforms. All right, the first super chat that I got is a $20 super chat from Trezmania. Trez said, I said it multiple times. We are like the Bulls, and he's Michael Jordan. Mookie Betts. That was a quote from Mookie Betts. He said it's off topic, but man, we really witnessing the greatest talents, not baseball talent in history. Do y'all see that? Did y'all see that performance? My goodness. 10 strikeouts, 3 homers, 0 runs earned.
Independent.
Let's take that a step further than that, Ox. Just so you know, Ox, last season, the $700 million contract that they signed him to, you know, they made all of that money back this season. All of it. All the bread that they signed him to over the next 10 years, which, by the way, is a backloaded contract. That deal isn't like a lot of the money is up front. That deal, all the money is on the back of the contract. They made all of that bread back.
They deferred $680 million of $700 million.
That's
to the back end of their contract.
That's possible in baseball.
In baseball, you're allowed to circumvent the cap by paying the minimal amount that a veteran is owed, and then later on you can pay them. He's going to make, I think 20 years later, he's going to make all that 680. So they'll be paying for it on their books when he's like done. And
like a Magic Johnson contract. That's
baseball's disgusting, Mars.
Yeah.
Like it's the wild west when it comes to
if
contracts.
You could get paid for,
I wish the NBA would operate.
Like the way NBA players be going broke after they retire, they should be getting paid for 50 years.
Exactly.
Defer their money.
If you could get, if you could do that, I would do that.
That is a great contract for Ohtani and like that is a
because
great.
When he's By the way, playing, he can live off the endorsement money right now.
No,
which he's getting crazy endorsement
$70+ million right now just on in market endorsement.
Yeah.
By the way, Bobby Bonilla, is a player I was thinking about. He's getting they deferred his contract, Mars. He's been getting since the 2000. He's been getting $1 million a year. $1 million a year as a part of a buyout. He's getting $1 million a year all the way through 2035 because his contract got furloughed to like extended far.
So he gets a check, Mars. I want to say like March the 1st or between March 1st and March 3rd until 2035. He gets a check for $1 million.
That's beautiful.
That is fantastic, Ox.
Now, I'm not debating whether it's a good contract or not. I think it's a fabulous contract it is a fabulous contract for everybody. Everybody wins. The only point I'm making to Mars, because Mars didn't know, baseball literally there's not a salary cap in baseball, right?
No. Well, no. In theory, yes. Practice, no.
Mars. So the richest team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, They just buy the best players. And same with the Yankees too.
New York
they literally
Yankees,
just buy the best players.
Yep.
And that's why they're always
Mars
good
know who it
year
is.
after
They
year after
Manchester
year.
United in the 2000s. Whoever was awesome, they come to Manchester.
I personally have no problem with that, but like,
Right. Mars,
yeah,
Mars,
Get
Mars,
your money up, low
there was a point in like the early mid 2000s where A-Rod was playing for the Yankees, and he alone was making more money than the whole Florida Marlins baseball team combined.
That was
going on.
insane.
yeah, I personally, I have no like. If someone's willing to pay you that much, get your money. I'm not a fan of the concept of a salary cap personally, but I understand it is what it is. But shout out to Magic Johnson, because I remember I was looking at the 2010 Lakers team on Basketball Reference like maybe a month or two ago, and you could just see Magic Johnson on the salary books there for $1 million in 2010. It's like nice.
And Luol Deng was another one of those.
He was making more than like DJ and Benga. So shout out to Magic Johnson.
Also shout out to the smaller market teams that are still competitive without having all that big, large, rich owners in the background, circumventing cap and all of that good stuff. Shout out to those teams that still manage to be good. What's up, Rick?
Ron, I don't want to hear that shit.
I just want to say,
you got to
he's
manage
the
your
GOAT.
money better. The fact that I got more bread than you, that's a you problem. I don't want to hear that shit.
What's tough?
That's what I'm saying, Chill. Shout out to the teams
I think
that
Ohtani has a
that are
legitimate
doing
argument, and I think that is fair. Like, he's about to win an MVP. He's going to win another MVP this year. He's going to win another title this year, and then he's probably going to win another MVP next year. He's going to win another title next year. So we're going to go on like a run. Wait. Yeah, I'm just probably.
He's not winning no title this year.
He's probably at bare minimum. I'm not saying bare minimum. He's more than likely winning the MVP again next year. So I think the question becomes, you're going to have him and Barry Bonds, and then you're gonna have, for me, like Ken Griffey Jr. in the 90s. But Ken doesn't have the pitching. But Ken was the greatest pure hitter, non-steroid pure hitter we had outside of Hank Aaron. And then
Barry Bonds.
I know, but then if you had the fielding, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think Barry's a part of it. Because Barry had the pre-steroid era career where he was already a Hall of Famer and multiple MVP player. Then the steroid era hits, and he becomes super Barry Bonds. And he becomes the most dominant player that we've ever seen at bat of all time. He probably was the most dominant American offensive player that we maybe have ever seen. Because every one out of every 4 at bats, or one out of every 3 at bats, he was getting walked. No, he was getting walked.
Or getting walked.
It was a walk or a home run.
His home runs are even more impressive because Barry Bonds is probably seeing on a night-to-night basis like maybe 3 good pitches, maybe. Because they're trying to throw it in the dirt, they're trying to have him chase.
He was
walk
getting
him, something like that.
The bases were loaded. He was getting walked.
Yep. What it's the equivalent to, Mars?
That is ridiculous, yo.
This season,
Mars, that's a soccer team giving up a goal because they're so scared that this guy's going, or giving up. I guess you could say a penalty kick. I guess I don't know. So like They're giving up a point.
They're giving up 1 point to not give a 4. Go ahead, Chill.
SGA because he had 400 walks that season. So SGA leads the league in free throws, averaging 8 free throws. Imagine SGA averaging like 16 free throws a game, almost 20 free throws a game.
Even that's not
just
like
on average.
Let some people tell it.
But even though that's not the the
is
issue
it basically the equivalent of teams giving up a layup to stop Steph Curry shooting a 3?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yes.
But
I appreciate you guys trying to give me football analogies. But
the issue is with Steph Curry. So you have to and then add. Okay, so if Steph Curry takes 3 threes in a set, one of them is a make, one of them's a foul, and then the other is like
a make.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like that's what Barry was. Like you literally couldn't stop him. And he had the biggest swing of all time with this nonsense he would do. His arm was breaking through his jersey because how swole he had got at that point. But by the way, that run, Ron, that was the greatest baseball year of my life. When Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire were hunting that home run record. Best year of baseball.
They were cutting into football games.
Chill. I don't want to downplay Barry Bonds. I don't want to downplay Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, or Sammy Sosa. But he asked about the greatest athlete. Now, I know Barry Bonds, we can say he's the greatest hitter. He's not the greatest baseball player ever. It is literally Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
What we are seeing right now is beyond historic. I've never seen anything like this in my life. 3 home runs
and 10
strikeouts. I'm literally dominating the whole game. I go play defense. I pitch. You guys do nothing. I shut your whole team down. Then I go on the other end and I literally score all of my team's points. We've never.
And by the way, these are multiple. These aren't just
NBA
singles.
players.
These aren't just singles. These are multiple earned runs. 3 people. He would get 3 runs in one of those home runs as well. Like it's just wild.
I hit one of the home runs out of the stadium. Like I'm telling you guys, I love Babe Ruth. It's nothing like this. And I want to read Hunter's super chat. Hunter said, "Ohtani's the best athlete I've ever seen. I grew up watching Bronze, Phelps, Bolt, and Williams." He's jumped into these conversations.
Yeah, I think millennials are the GOAT athlete era. I mean, legitimately, I think all the way around. Like you can go back to the 50s with Thorpe and Russell and all of them, and then obviously you can go to the boobers with Jordan and Griffey and all these. If you just told me pound for pound, we got Michael Phelps, we have Serena Williams, you got Shohei Ohtani, and then on top of that, you're getting like LeBron and all that. I mean, this is ridiculous. And Shohei, by the way, walked onto this. Like people don't remember, like Shohei literally walked onto the scene.
It was
one
the best
MVP,
player.
One MVP, and you know how good he was. He made us forget about Mike Trout.
Yep, immediately.
He made us forget about Mike Trout, Ron. When
Mike was injured though.
No, but Mike is Mike though.
But I'm saying if he would have still been hooping, if he would have still been
Mike
playing, then we wouldn't have forgot about him.
He was the best player that from age 20. So it's like Mars LeBron. At age 20, he was the best 20-year-old ever. Age 21, best ever. Age 22, best ever. Age 23, 24, 25, 26. Mike Trout was going insane. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Shohei Ohtani just literally walks over to America.
And they're on the same team, too.
On the same team, mind you. He
comes and plays on his team.
And we like, who is this? And it's just MVP.
Like I love how y'all dudes talk about the greatest athletes and never bring up Charlie Ward. That blows my mind.
Interesting fact. Charlie Ward was the football coach at a high school that I attended one year, West Bay Christian. He was the football coach over there, and I met Charlie Ward. And I think he played in the NBA. He played football. I think he won a Heisman, right, Chill? He did.
Yeah, he won the Heisman.
Yeah, he won the Heisman. Yeah.
Not only did he win the Heisman, he was drafted in the first round by the Knicks and played 10 years in the NBA. Played 10 years.
It's dope to bring up Charlie Ward, Chill, but even you got to bring up Danny Ainge when you talk about great athletes.
Danny Ainge was a great athlete. Yes, he was. He wasn't better than Bo Jackson.
Chill. Matter of fact,
I'm with you. I'm not even
trying to tell you that. I'm just saying we got to.
You were on Jeopardy or whatever it was with Mars the other day. Let me give you a Jeopardy question, Chill. Who are the only 2 people in American sports history to be drafted to the NBA, NFL, and MLB?
The only 2 people to be drafted into the NBA, the NFL, and
got to be Will Chamberlain.
No, it's not Chamberlain.
That's a good
Tony
guess.
Gwynn. Tony Gwynn was drafted to the Tony Gwynn was drafted to the Padres. He was drafted to the Clippers. He wasn't drafted in the NFL. That's not true. Dave Winfield, he was also drafted. That's all I can think about. Charlie Ward. And Charlie Ward too, by the way.
Dave Winfield and Dave Logan. The only 2 players drafted to all 3.
I'm naming my next son Dave.
Mm-hmm.
That for me, that's probably it, Chill. Like in terms of like if you're just talking about all around athletes too. I mean, that matters. Like, I've been literally any of the 5 major American sports, I got drafted because I was that good at all of them. Like that's insane to me. But it's just, if that happened today in this era, they'd be a social media superstar. But
I think it's 2 conversations to have here, though. It's like who's the greatest athlete within their actual sport, and then it's who's the greatest athlete in terms of like, just body function, how fast you are. Yeah, but greatest athleticism and then greatest athlete. But shout out to Shohei because he has jumped into that greatest overall athlete. Chill, you think it's or athleticism?
When I was a kid, I just thought Bo Jackson could do. If he told me he could play in the NBA, I was convinced he could do that. I thought he could do anything. It was nothing that I didn't think he could do. If he said that he could swim like Mark Spitz, I would have believed it.
I think Jackie
Robinson
nothing
that I didn't think he could do.
Jackie Robinson could have if he would have had the opportunity. He was an all-American track star, all-American football player, and an all-American baseball player.
He played basketball too, didn't he? For UCLA?
The answers will.
Yeah.
Bo Jackson is definitely my dad used to tell me folklore stories about Bo Jackson. Oh, Swipe. There was the episode, by the way, because I was after the episode, I was like, damn, who was that name? Because you remember you referenced somebody. You said they made a like a 30 for 30 about him, the running back who was in the. It was Marcus Dupree.
Yeah, Marcus Dupree.
Best that never was.
Dupree,
He was
he ran reportedly in high school at 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He ran a 9 flat 100-yard, and he repped 400 pounds on bench 10 times as a 17-year-old running back.
He was incredible.
Running backs back in the day was kind of built different. I'm not gonna lie. They was some of the greatest athletes.
So this 17-year-old is repping 400, but y'all have a problem believing that Wilt could bench press 500. It's crazy.
Well, that's the
I got a problem with it. Arnold Schwarzenegger said he was standing right there when he did it.
That's what I'm saying. If the Wilt stories are true, he's the answer.
For sure.
If the Wilt stories are true, he's the greast athlete that human history has
Arnold Schwarzenegger says Wilt gets under the bench, is 500 pounds. He's throwing it up and asking him, "How much is this? What? How much? 500 pounds?" And he's throwing it up.
Man.
And they're looking at him like he's crazy.
500 pounds. Is a lot
Only 2 championships.
All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and transition. We are going to transition into a new segment that we will be doing for the NBA season. I hope you guys like this. And if you don't like it, you'll grow to like it. It's called the Fast Break Down. We will be breaking down the games that happened the previous day and diving deep, talking about each and every game. But here's the thing. There were no games yesterday. But here's what we'll break down today. I just want to talk about the preseason, y'all. What did we see in the preseason that you guys liked in that, well, you guys are looking forward to in the season? So these last few preseason games, what did you see? What are your takeaways?
I like Jason Kidd putting the ball in Cooper Flag hands and experimenting with that. That gives me a lot of hope that this offense can be really good. I know that he was going against, some second unit guys, so it might not look like it's going to look, but I definitely like him giving the ball to Cooper Flag, and let's see what this looks like. I mean, does this mean that he's going to be their starting lead guard? No, it doesn't. But experimenting with it, I do like it, and it's something that we could possibly go to throughout the course of the season. I do like that.
Has LeBron warped your vision on that? Because I'm starting to see like every young player that you like that's like 6'7" plus and athletic, you're like, hey, give him the ball. Let's see what he does at lead guard. Is that because you've seen like LeBron?
That has something to do with it. That
you can take it a step further from LeBron, though. It's not just LeBron. Chill can go back to Magic, and
Magic.
then we can. But
exactly, already said you gotta let Magic be
There's
Magic.
a lot of Magic ice
out
there.
Exactly.
I shouldn't have brought up Magic, but what I'm saying though is like Chill has said this, that he believes that the future of the NBA is a bunch of 7-foot guys running around shooting threes.
I didn't say Magic though, because Magic was a point guard. That's what I'm saying. LeBron was a forward who's now like Amen Thompson and Cooper Flag are not point guards.
For what it's worth, Amen was drafted as a point guard.
That is true. That's
yes,
true.
He was.
Fair. That's fair.
Yes, he was.
Then they realized he actually can't do it, so they made him a wing. But
well, and we also have to remember too that the traditional point guard, which I've been on for a long time, that I have to go away from because that's not what the game is anymore. Like John Stockton is gone, Mark Price is gone, right? Jason Kidd is gone. Those guys are gone. The game has changed so much. Now we have the bigger guard, the guy who scores more, who gets downhill more, the bigger versions of Gilbert Arenas, so to speak, or Steve Francis, guys like that. And if I got a guy who can get downhill, who can get to the rim, who can finish, or who has the potential to do that, then I want to maximize that because I think that that's the way the game is going. And if I see a guy like Amen Thompson, who I think he gives me a younger Scottie Pippen vibe, and I saw what Scottie Pippen was when he was with the Bulls. If I could get something like that, I 100% want to maximize that, no doubt.
Very underrated player, by the way, Scottie Pippen.
I think
to answer your question, though, Ron, it was Cooper Flag, Jason Kidd putting the ball in his hands and seeing what this experiment looked like. Because guys, you guys have seen experiments throughout the course of the year, and you're like, no, we're not doing that. Absolutely not. I don't know anything specific, but you guys have seen some stuff happening during the season or during the preseason, and you're like, no, this lineup is so.
They tried to make Jeremy Shohan the ball handler, and then everybody hated it.
You saw that swipe. It's like, no, don't get the ball from him immediately. No, that's not going to work.
And then he couldn't hit Wembanyama in the alley-oops, and everybody on the timeline was like, why can't he throw the alley-oop? Well, because he's practicing.
Because he can't.
Who else you guys got?
For the original question, preseason?
Yeah. Preseason games, just what stood out to you guys most in the preseason? Players, teams, coaches, mascots?
since I cover the Nuggets professionally, so I will say Peyton Watson. Peyton Watson has made tremendous leaps. He is acting as a ball handler now. They're very intentionally trying to make him a ball handler. He did a really good job over the course of the preseason. He's a 6'7" super athlete that Chill loves, so hopefully he tunes into Peyton Watson this year. He was the lead ball handler for the Nuggets when Jamal Murray was not in the game, which is very intentional. And I think they are going to continue to work on that. He hit his first drop coverage 3, which I was very happy about, versus the Thunder. The Nuggets beat the Thunder in the first half with the starters without J-Dub and no Aaron Gordon, Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Christian Brown. They beat them 59-46 in the first half of that game. Doesn't mean that they would do that again, but what it means is that I think they're finding an identity that they'll work on throughout the year. Also, SGA, I believe, Jokic is 22 of 29 in the preseason shooting, including he's 100% from mid-range right now. So SGA is 20 of 24.
Mm-hmm.
So we could be off to a real talk, a special season, especially among the very best in our league. Luka had 31 points, granted through 3.5 full quarters. Reeves didn't play well in the last game, but Luka was going crazy. He made 2 step backs, I believe, in the fourth quarter of that game. They're probably not going to be all that good. Real talk has been talking about this too because they were struggling versus the Kings, and Marcus Smart did look good. He made a nice little up and under, did a step through in the paint chill.
Not believing in that whatsoever.
That looked really good. But hey, shout out to Marcus Smart.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of good players right now in the league. Lonzo Ball, Lonzo FC for Mars, we're up. He looked really good. And Darius Garland said that if we're healthy, we believe we can win the title. So, yes.
Real talk. You got something
for me?
Oh, go ahead, Alex. Go ahead. Real talk. You next.
It's the 76ers. I'm paying attention because like I said, I was not expecting to see Joel Embiid this soon. And Joel Embiid looks like he lost 25 pounds, give or take. So I'm excited for that. I'm hoping that we can get a healthy Joel Embiid series. And if Joel Embiid is healthy, I'm going to have to go back and reevaluate my assessment on the Eastern Conference. Because VJ Edgecombe, he's looking like he has a promising career ahead of him. So if the Sixers can get healthy, I'm definitely going to have to reevaluate some things. But most importantly, I'm just happy to see Joel Embiid. When we were on playback the other night, we turned it there. We turned it there, and the first thing we saw was Joel Embiid, I think, getting a kind of a long rebound, going coast to coast, going, stepping through, being strong with the ball, finishing, running the court, looking slimmer. So if we got a slimmer Joel Embiid, man, y'all better watch out.
Real talk.
1,600,000.
For me, it's been we know you're happy about that.
All habits die hard, huh?
Yeah.
I ain't had 1,600,000 last year. I saw Embiid last year.
You had him in 7, Mars. You had him in 7.
Last year I gave up. The agenda died.
Oh, that's right, because Joel Embiid.
But you back.
Yeah, we back. Yeah.
So the process isn't dead.
No, that process is over.
We ain't gonna call it a process, but but it's 1,600,000.
This is the 4th iteration of the process, Ron. This is the 4th time.
VJ Edgecombe edition? VJ Edgecombe and who's painting nails? Oh, Jared McCain. VJ Edgecombe and McCain?
You no. How about the kid? How about the best point guard that they have in Maxey? That's their backcourt.
Well,
yeah, that was the third edition. That was the third one.
That was a third process.
That's still the process that's going on. We're not moving forward with McCain. Maxey is the guy. Maxey and VJ are the guys.
Yeah, he's just the remainder of part 3, but we're on part 4.
Sure.
And
if Philly had a 4,
they do. Dembona and Dominic Barlow.
I'm so sure. But the player that some players. Cade Cunningham was absolutely fantastic in the preseason. I think he shot like 50, 90 splits or something to that effect in the preseason. He looked really good. Ox, I'm gonna keep saying this player until you start paying attention to him on your team. Neat Clifford looked really good as well. I liked him out of pick and roll, like him as a defender. Made some very impressive passes when I was watching them play. And then thirdly, Austin Reeves is really good, man.
Hey, real talk. You better start acting like this dude nice as hell. That's what you better start doing, real talk. Because this dude is nice as hell.
Is he better than Zach LaVine, real talk?
I don't want to get started on that again, but like it's it like shocks me. It genuinely like shocks me every time I see Austin, and then he's performing how he's performing. I'm like, he surprises me, and I'm a fan. It's like, bro, he can get to the cup, he can handle the ball, he can pull up, he can shoot threes, he can pass, like he can finish at the basket. The dude is a bucket, man. So yeah, Austin Reeves is a really, really good player that needs to get valued, and he's gonna get paid. He's definitely gonna get paid. I don't know if it's gonna be from us, but he's a 35 per kind of player. He's that good.
This is real simple, real talk. You guys end up in the Western Conference Championship. At best, you end up in the Western Conference Championship.
Mhm.
Austin Reeves gets busy. Bye, James. This is what we building our unit around. Luka, Austin Reeves. Bye. Take it light, brother. We love you. This was awesome. We great. We building our unit around these dudes.
Chill, I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping that happens regardless.
All right,
kind of cool on the LeBron James.
All right, when LeBron leads you guys to the Western Conference Finals, we'll see how ungrateful you Laker fans are.
Okay.
Well, you know, Lakers fans are just ungrateful regardless. Like, not just with Bron. It's just in their nature. You know, spoiled.
No, I just wish he would take a pay cut a little bit or something like that, like KD just did, and then, you know, but he doesn't want to do that.
That's James already did that. I'm too old to be taking no pay cuts. I'm trying to get as much bread as I possibly can. I'm too old for that. If y'all want to pay me $25 million, I'm getting $25 million. Fuck that. I ain't taking 50.
Yo, Mars, top preseason games, players, coaches, moments. What stood out to you the most?
Wemby averaged 4.5 turnovers a game in 20 minutes.
That's not good. I know what is good though, Mars. I know that can head and shoulder fake, boy. I almost broke my laptop when I saw that shit. I was like, man. Ox, I can tell you right now, because Ox, you said it to me about the basketball guards. I'm not sure if that's going to be fair, because there has to be, like, when you're that good, there has to be some sort of mortality to you. And to be doing that right there, like, no. I don't know if the basketball guards are going to be that generous. No. I'm not sure, Mars. I'm not. Because we can figure the turnovers out. I think so. I think we can figure the turnovers out. Where are those turnovers coming from? When you saw those turnovers, in your estimation, where were they coming from?
Well, think of every possible way in which a turnover could happen, and he did it. No, it's not like, oh, he was just struggling with this one thing. Every possible way you could turn the ball. He invented new ways to turn the ball over. He was trying to throw behind the back passes, turnover. He's trying to drive, he's getting stripped, turnover. He's trying to play out the post, getting stripped, turnover. He's trying to play out the post, travel, turnover. No matter what, running in transition, dribbling, turnover. Mm-hmm. No matter what he wanted to do, he turned the ball over. So every possible situation, turnover. That's what it was. It wasn't any place he didn't turn over.
So is it fair that that's stuff that we could fix? So, for example, in transition with him,
how do you fix dribbling at 7'6"?
Okay, well,
just not dribble
as much.
Dribble less.
No. Not.
Oh, I agree with that.
We're not going to completely take it away. Let's just dumb it down a little bit. All right, we're not going to not have you dribbling the basketball. No. But we don't want you going, from one end to the other and on the regular. No, because to your point, that can get schemed and you'll start turning the ball over. Okay, in the post, he's traveling. What that tells me is he's going too fast. Okay, we got to slow him down. Right. And I think that's enough. I think that's a scheme and an offense thing where we can slow him down. He can start processing the offense a little bit better. That's something that we can coach. Right. So the behind the back stuff, I just think that that's an experiment. I want to see if I could do that. We could fix that. I don't think that that's something that's that big a deal. But if you got the ball in your hands, more times than not, you're going to turn the ball over. Now, I don't want you to be a turnover machine where you're killing us. So I can appreciate that logic. I don't want you to be a turnover machine where you're killing us. But I think the stuff that you're concerned about, I think we can fix that. I don't think that that's something that's alarming. I think we can fix that.
Yeah, I think that's just a preseason thing. He's just out there having a little fun with it. On top of that, Foxy not there, so who I think is going to have the ball in his hands a lot more when he comes around. So I'm not too worried about the turnovers with Victor unless it continues throughout the early season, which I don't.
Y'all know how I feel about them damn turnovers. Hey, if you averaging 4 blocks, turn it over again. If you averaging 30 points, All right, turn it over again. If you averaging 12 rebounds, I will be average 6 turnovers, Wemby. I never said that's how it works. I never said that's how it works. This is the only point I'm making. Because once again, we talk about Russell Westbrook. You guys always run to the turnovers. We talk about Cade Cunningham. Run to the turnovers. We talk about Wembanyama. Turnovers. My thing is, if you are damn near scoring 30 a night, if you are damn near leading every game in rebounds, if you are blocking shots and playing defense at a historical level, I can just overlook a few turnovers. That's the only point I'm making. I'm not saying it's not bad. I'm not saying it's not bad.
And they handle the ball like the entire.
No, they are basketball players.
Excusable for them. But what I'm saying is they have the ball so much. They have the ball so much. It's more excusable, and you can understand that. What Mars just said about him having 4.5 turnovers in 20 minutes as a center is a problem. I don't care if he averages 10 blocks. That is
every turnover's a problem. Every turnover's a problem. Sure. I'm not saying that it's not, but all I'm saying is that is the least of my concerns with Wemby. Like, obviously, if I'm coaching them and all of this, we're going to talk about those turnovers. You should have did this instead of that. You need to tighten this up. We'll get you in the lab. You can work on certain things. But my goodness, you are the best defender in the league. And and it looks like you're about to average 28 and 13. Right? And you're in your third year.
He's a great player.
Yeah. Turn the ball over less.
For sure.
That would be great.
But I mean,
it's not like we're refusing Wemby on our team or anything because he's averaging 4 turnovers. But again, that needs to be addressed immediately.
We do have to fix that. We 100% have to fix that, no doubt. And I think it's something that is fixable. So it's not like, he's not athletic, so that's something that we got to work around. We don't have to work around you being a turnover machine. No, Mars. 4 turnovers in 20 minutes. Oh my God. So what's that? Let's say Wemby's averaging 30 plus minutes a game. That's on average close to 6 turnovers a game. No.
He's getting a turnover about every 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's ridiculous. Especially for someone who has the ball like as little as he does in terms of time of possession. And like some of the turnovers just are ridiculous. And it's not like he hasn't been turnover prone in his career. It's not like, it was just a preseason. No, he's been turnover prone his first 2 years as well. Yeah. And like he's going to be turnover prone for a while. I don't think that's changing. It's just, is he good enough to overcome it? And the answer is going to be yes.
That should be fine.
But it still does limit his offensive impact, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think when you're developing players, I do think there's a path of like some turnovers are just a part of like you have to take the licks with the good development. Wemby just has to develop as a ball handler, so he's going to turn the ball over. And I'm fine with players like when they're young, like figuring their stuff out, and even if they're like on playoff teams or even respectfully even championship teams, because at some level you do have to get you have to learn the game, you have to learn the mechanics, you have to get used to it, because then at least you can respond to it later on. And so I think when you're young and you're doing that, older players are the ones I have a much shorter leash for with that. Like at that point, you should be a little bit further ahead in the game. Yeah.
But Swipe, I'd rather him be turning the ball over in positions where I do want to see him, regularly. You know what I'm saying? So if he travels doing a post move or something, fair. But him bringing the ball up the court like he's the point guard getting ripped, I don't want to. That's a bad turnover to me because I don't want to see Wemby out there on the perimeter trying to be KD. I just don't think that's viable for him.
Get off the pill.
I don't think that's a viable option for him to play like that. I really don't. I think he is too tall to do that. So if I'm San Antonio, I want him to be catching the ball in scoring positions rather than trying to dribble into them. To me, that would be the smartest way for them to operate with Wemby and the smartest way for him to operate. Number one, that's why I like the addition of De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper being on the team together with him, because I think he needs that type of guard play to put him in as much play finishing scenarios as possible. That's how we want Wemby playing. Picking and popping, picking and rolling, being a great roller, and then isolating him in like the mid post area.
Real talk.
Stuff like that.
I think it's in their interest, though, in their estimation, that if we can get our 7 foot, or maybe I don't know how tall he's supposed to be now, 7'5", based on what people are saying. I think in their estimation, it's good for us that by the time Wemby gets to year 5 or 6, that he can be one of our, if not our lead ball handler. And I'm not talking about bringing the ball up the floor. I'm not talking about the main play initiator, point guard, but like just like being able to be somebody that legitimately you give the ball to, and there's just somebody who can initiate the offense, somebody who can utilize his athleticism and his size. Because I think in their brain they're kind of like the same thing with Giannis. Like Giannis is a primary ball handler, but he's not a point guard, but he's a primary ball handler. I think they're trying to see if they can get Wemby to be at that level. Because if Giannis, if he can develop a handle like Giannis does, then I think that that obviously puts him in a different.
I don't know if that's guard. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't think that's possible. Like, it's a waste of everyone's time to be exploring.
15 guards over there.
Well, I think that's a part of the development. They're at least looking to see if they can do it.
But it doesn't. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I could see this from before he got drafted. I said this handle is not going to be functional at the NBA level. I wholeheartedly believe a San Antonio Spurs organization who know way more about basketball than me also know that a 7'5" guy handling the ball is not going to go well at the NBA level. It's just not. Like, that was a problem from when he got drafted. Like, this guy's going to turn the ball over if you keep asking him to put it on the floor.
Fellas, we gotta get to the power rankings. We'll circle back around to Wembanyama. If you guys got super chats that you want us to address about Victor Wembanyama's struggles or his ceiling and what you liked from him in the preseason, we'll tap back into that later on in the show. But as of right now, our segment of the day is the power rankings. Fellas, we have 30 minutes to rank all 30 teams in the NBA, and we are going to do it right now. Before we do this, though,
this is the hour, Mars.
Yeah.
Before we do this, I do want to show you guys this was our last power rankings of the season last year.
Is this one we did anonymously or we did it on the show?
Oh,
that was a preseason.
No way that the Pistons were last. Oh, this is today, Chi. I just literally created this. But this had to have been from 2 years ago. So, hey, well, shout out to the power rankings from 2 years ago. Because there's no way the Pistons were last. But
no way the Celtics
here we go, y'all. Yeah. So this is definitely from 2 years ago. But all right, let's jump into it right now. Fellas, I'm going to go around the room quickly. I'm going to ask you guys who you got at that position, and we are going to move fast. Obviously, we got number 1. Who you guys got? Mars, I'm going to start with you.
I got OKC.
Swiper?
OKC.
I got Denver.
Ox? Real talk?
OKC.
Chill?
Thunder.
All right. Thunder are number 1. At number 2. Everybody who chose the Thunder? Which was for you? Mars?
Clippers.
Mm-hmm. I got 1 for the Clippers. I got 1 for the Nuggets. Swiper, who you got?
Denver.
2 for the Nuggets.
I'll go with Denver.
All right. We got Denver at number 2. At number 3. Chill. I'm going to let you kick it off. Who you got number 3? OKC
Cleveland.
1. Denver 2. You got Cleveland 3.
Yes,
Real talk.
Clippers.
Ox.
Knickerbockers.
Mars.
I'll go with Cleveland.
Swiper.
Clippers.
Got a 2-2
Can I
tie.
change my vote
Ox.
to the Clippers? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll go to Clippers.
All right. Clippers number 3 on the preseason power rankings. Hey, you got to love it.
Real talk has a nasty agenda right now, Ron. But
I think they're that good. It's really
hey, we're not allowed to get some. Hey,
we got
25. We got 25 minutes to do 27 more teams. Come on.
Thank you, Mars, for pulling that belt out. All right. At number 4, this is what we got right now. This is what we're looking at. At number 4, Chill. Who you rocking with?
Cleveland.
Ox.
Knickerbockers.
Real talk.
Orlando.
Mars.
Cleveland.
Swiper.
It's going to be the same order every time. Minnesota.
All right. We got Cleveland. And no, Swiper, we're going to switch up the order. You're first.
I got the Knicks. Oh, sorry.
No, Minnesota.
Minnesota. All right. We got 2 Knicks. Ox, you staying with the Knicks?
Yeah.
Real talk. Who you got?
Who just made it at the
Cleveland.
Cleveland? Oh, I'm still going to Orlando then.
All right. So 2 Knicks, 1 Orlando. 1 Minnesota. Chill. Who you got?
Dallas.
Dallas. All right. Well, it looks like the Knicks are coming in top 5, y'all. So this is the top 5 that we got right now. We got the Thunder 1, Nuggets 2, Clippers 3, Cleveland 4, and the Knicks 5. Those are our top 5 teams heading into the 2025-26 season on our power rankings. At number 6, Swiper, you staying with the Wolves?
Yes.
Real talk, you staying with the Magic?
Yep.
Chill, who you got?
Dallas.
Chill, staying with Dallas. Mars Ox, talk to me.
Orlando.
To Orlando.
Wolves.
2 Wolves. All right, well, I'll break the tie between the Wolves and the Magic. I've seen it from the Wolves, so I gotta go with the Wolves.
I only picked the Wolves, so it would be tied up. But it worked. Yay.
Shout out to the tie. At number 7, Swiper, it is a new team. Who do you got?
Can I see the list, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Here I am going with, so let's see, we have all of the contenders. So I will go with the Houston Rockets right here.
All right, 1 for the Rockets. Mars.
2 for the Rockets.
2 for the Rockets. Chill.
3 for the Rockets. What happened to Dallas? They next.
Yeah, what happened to Dallas?
They're next.
Oh, so Dallas, the Rockets jumped the line? All right.
Let's give it to the
Real
Rockets.
talk?
I think Houston is better than them right now. I think Dallas is going to surpass them throughout the course of the year. But go ahead.
I'm still going to Orlando.
Me too.
All right, well, the Rockets are next, so shout out to the Houston Rockets. All right, Ox and Real Talk, you guys are staying with Orlando.
Orlando till they get picked, Ron.
All right. Swiper.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the sake of the list and cohesion, I think Orlando.
Not for the sake of the list, Swiper. Who do you think?
Because
the next team is?
because I think there's a well, I mean, I want to say the Warriors, but I think then there's a Orlando.
Say the Warriors, Swiper.
What? Yeah. Okay, I'll put them on the list.
You'll have 2 votes.
Yeah,
you'll
the
have
Warriors.
2
I got
votes.
the Warriors. I got the Warriors.
Golden State. Yeah.
All right, so we got 2 Magic, 2 Golden State. Chill. Are you staying with the Mavs?
Yes, I'm staying with Dallas.
All right, and I'm going to break this tie between the Warriors and the Magic. I've seen the Warriors do it. Y'all know how I feel about this.
Well,
Hey,
real talk. I would love to discuss this.
I ain't buying it either,
I do
real
think
talk.
the Steph
I'm not
Curry,
buying
Jimmy
it
Butler thing is like being a little bit underrated on the market right now. But I understand the Magic.
All right, well, the Warriors are coming in at 8. At number 9, fellas, who do we got? Chill, are you staying with the Mavs?
I am. Yes, sir.
Real talk, Real Talk and Ox. Are you guys staying with the Magic?
You're Orlando, yes.
Till they make it, yeah.
All right, so it's on you, Mars, and it's on you, Swiper. Who y'all rocking with?
Yeah, I'm okay with the Magic.
Magic. All right, Mars.
The
Vote doesn't
Brooklyn
matter.
Nets.
So,
Yeah, the Brooklyn
all right,
Nets.
shout out the Nets. All right, the Magic are at number 9, fellas. Who are we rocking with for number 10? Let me throw this on the screen so y'all can see this. Actually, zoom in a little bit too.
I'll kick it off, Ron. I got the Lakers.
Chill.
Dallas.
Staying with the Mavs.
Yes, sir.
Real Talk. Are you staying with the Magic?
Well,
Or
They just
The
made
Magic
it.
on the list
who's-
now.
yeah, my bad. Who's your team?
I'm going Dallas.
It's okay. Swiper.
Yeah, Lakers. This will follow my list. The Lakers.
All right. Do one of you guys have this playing in the background?
No.
I don't.
All right. Mars.
It's tied between the Lakers and Mavs.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an echo or something, Ron?
Night is gone now.
Okay.
The Hornets.
Yo, Mars.
So now the
Get
Hornets are
involved,
jumping the
brother.
Nets. That don't
Ron
even
can
matter.
break
Get
the
him
tie.
up.
Ron can break the tie.
All right, so we got the Mavericks and the Lakers. I'm going to go. Damn, this is tough. The
No
Kyrie
Kyrie.
injury is a concern. AD injury is still a concern. We still haven't seen him healthy yet. So we've seen some preseason games. Bron's injury is a concern as well, but I'm more concerned about the Mavericks than the Lakers. I'm going to go with the Lakers. All right. The Mavericks are still on the board. The Lakers are off the board. Mars, who you got?
Pistons.
All right, Detroit. Chill. Who you got? The Mavericks are still on the board, by the way.
Dallas.
All right, one for Dallas. Real talk. You went with Dallas, right?
Yeah.
You staying there?
Yeah.
You sure?
All right.
Because I am like, I'm considering, because they aren't going to be as good to start the season. I'm where you at here. I do think they're going to get better as like the season progresses. But I do think there are going to be a number of teams that probably have a better regular season than them. But I don't think that means they're better though.
All right. Well, the Mavs got 2 votes. Swiper, who you got?
Calling my shot. I'm going with the Spurs.
Spurs.
I do like that swiper.
My finals pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I you know,
Both of your finals picks. You picked the Pistons. He picked the Spurs. So you got Ox.
what she say? I don't feel comfortable lending you that type of money without no job. I don't feel comfortable picking the Mavs without no point guard. So I'm going with. Well, I don't count D'Lo, Mars.
Don't count Magic Johnson. All right, cool.
Oh yeah, I'm going. Sick. I'm going with the. I'm going with the Pistons too. I think I can go with the Pistons over the Mavs right now. Without Kyrie Irving,
The Pistons better than the Spurs when everybody's healthy.
I like the Spurs, but they no point guard. They don't got De'Aaron, and I mean respect to Stephon Castle.
De'Aaron's playing up in the night.
Oh, he's not gonna. Oh, well, maybe he's still gonna be
I think he's out like a couple of weeks. I mean, he's not gonna be a long time.
I thought he was gonna be back by then. Okay, my bad.
And this is preseason power rankings, so I'm just talking about as president.
Dylan Harper.
So yeah, I'm going. Nah, so I don't believe in no young fella until I see it. I'm definitely going with the Pistons for sure.
All right, so we got a 2-2 tie between the Mavs and the Pistons. I'm gonna break that, and I'm gonna kind of stay consistent. I gotta go with the Mavs just because I've seen more from them than the Pistons.
The Pistons. The
Mavs who just missed the playoffs. That's the Pistons.
Because of
I've seen.
No, what you mean is you've seen Anthony Davis and Kyrie in the playoffs before. That's what you mean.
Yes.
But you haven't actually seen anything.
I thought this was.
Well, I seen Derek Lively in the championship. I seen PJ Washington in the championship. I've seen Klay Thompson. I've seen Jason Kidd.
Okay.
I've seen Duncan
I've
Robinson
seen
in the
things over
finals. I've seen Duncan Robinson in the finals. Cooked you. Yeah, easy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I so wait, Ron. I just want to be clear what we're doing because if I'm clearly not clear about what's going on now. I thought this was preseason rankings as far as like how we do our power rankings every month. I thought that's what we were doing right now.
No, that is what we're doing.
That can't be what we're doing if Kyrie Irving's not even healthy, Ron, and Anthony Davis.
Well, without Kyrie, I still think they're a better team.
Oh, okay. No doubt. Go ahead. Carry on.
But also, too, though, I do want to throw this in. I know we are on a time crunch. I got Mars for early, way too early. Panel MVP. These preseason shenanigans that you've been putting on. Yeah, you've been putting on a show, brother. Hey, keep it up. Hey, you on some big things. You box office, brother.
Once NBA basketball's back, that's done for.
Oh, damn. Oh, so tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yo, I just want to say real quick, this week and a half in between the WNBA finals and the beginning of the NBA have been treacherous. Like, it's been really painful for me. Like, I need basketball. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, the Pistons had 2 votes. We had one from Ox, one from Mars. Are you guys staying?
I need that shirt, Ox. That's what I need.
No, I'm moving over to Philadelphia. Philly in 6.
I want one of those.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, where are we at right now?
Ox, are you staying with the Pistons? Hold on, Swipe. I'll put it on the screen. Ox, are you staying with the Pistons?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Pistons.
All right, this is what we're looking at right now. I know the Mavs just came in. Let me put them up here. Real talk. Who do you have? We got one for the Pistons, one for Philly.
Joel Embiid is starting the season, so I guess Philadelphia.
Philly
Two for Philly. Chill. The Mavericks are off the board. Who are you rocking with?
Atlanta.
Oh,
good pick. Chill.
Good pick.
Hey, y'all better hope it ain't no tiebreakers because you know what time it is. Swiper.
Wait, Ron. I legitimately forgot about Atlanta. I'm gonna take Atlanta over Detroit right now.
All right.
Yeah, I did not. So we have the Cleveland Knicks, Magic. Yeah, I'm going with Spurs still.
Spurs still. All right.
So
well,
go
we
ahead
have
and
a
put the
2-2
Hawks up there,
tie.
yeah. Go ahead and put the
Yeah,
Hawks up there. Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right, diving right back into it. The Hawks were picked. Chill and Ox. Who are you guys rocking with? New teams. I'm assuming everybody's staying the same.
Yeah,
I'm
I got Philly.
I'm going Pistons.
All right,
Minnesota.
2 Pistons. 2.
The Wolves.
Oh,
made
you
that a
would-
long
The Wolves
time
already on. The Bulls already gone.
Yeah.
Okay. I apologize. So yes, Detroit. I apologize.
All right, we got a tie between the Pistons.
No,
and
I'm
Philly.
switching my vote to the Pistons.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Pistons are on here. Yo. At 14, fellas, talk to me. Swiper, you staying with the Spurs?
Yes.
Mars, you staying with Philly?
Indeed.
All right, now things are getting interesting. Chill, Ox, real talk. Who are we rocking with?
I'm with Swiper. I got the Spurs.
Real talk, chill. Real talk, chill talk.
I'll go. Oh man. Since the Spurs are going to get more games out of their best player, I'll go the Spurs. I'll go Spurs.
All right.
Oh, Milwaukee.
The Spurs aren't even close to this pick for me.
Me neither. I'm taking the Bucks.
All right. Well, shout out to the Spurs coming in at 14th.
How many?
They are now off the board. What's up?
Okay. No. You're good, brother.
All right, Mars, are you staying with Philly?
Indeed.
Chill talk, are you staying with the Bucks?
Yes, sir.
Real Town, who are you taking?
The Bucks.
Philly.
Swiper, you going with Philly?
Yes.
Big Ox.
I'm going with Philly.
Yep.
He going with anyone but the Bucks. That's what he going with. He going with anyone but the Bucks.
There's no way. I'm not going with Philly. And I've seen Joel Embiid healthy, so let's go with it.
How many teams in the top 15 are in the West?
Thunder, Nuggets, Clippers,
10.
Wolves, Rockets, Warriors, Lakers, Mavs,
Yep.
Spurs. All right. Well, fellas, we got through the first half of the league. Let's jump into the second half.
Let's get it.
The Spurs are kind of high on here, but
I agree. I got the Bucks now. So is
All
that
right. So
three for
Mars
the
got the Bucks.
I got the Bucks too.
All right. Yep. The Bucks are off the board.
There we go.
Ron, you don't got to ask me no more. You know where I'm at with it now.
The Kings. He got the Kings. There you go. He
The
got the
beam
Kings.
will light again.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no.
So I'm just not participating until whenever
All right.
you sense about him.
All right, Swiper, where you at? 17. Notable teams. The Heat aren't here.
No, I'm here. I'm looking at it now.
Wait a
If
second,
your
Ron.
Blazers FC. Oh, now wait a second.
No, I'm just saying, there's no way y'all really got the Bucks over the Heat, the Bucks over the Raptors. I got the Heat. If we doing, I got the Heat for sure. My bad.
I don't
You still haven't give. I'm so ready to get into this.
I haven't given what I can give the Heat
Memphis.
far better than the Bucks.
hold on, Chillax. We'll get
Before
to
we get
this.
to
Let's
arguing,
finish the
yeah.
power rankings, and then we could debate the power rankings
Yeah,
all
I
through.
think-
and through. Somebody said the Celtics. Somebody said the Celtics.
No one said the
Nobody
Celtics up
said
here.
the Celtics.
In the
I
chat.
got the Heat. Anybody got the Heat?
All right, hold
Nah,
on.
take the Bucks off of here and put the Heat.
All right, we got.
You
the
can't
Heat
just
right there.
eliminate
I got
everybody
one for the
else
Heat.
vote.
Well, I'm just
All right,
assuming
we
I
got-
forgot about the Heat.
We got one for the Heat. Real talk.
Promise
Chill.
you I do.
Swiper. Mars. Who you guys got?
Yeah, I didn't forget about saying. I got the Blazers.
All right, one for the Blazers.
I'm fine with Portland.
Me too.
2 for Portland.
Man,
All right.
take the Sixers off and put the Heat up there.
We got the Blazers at 18th, y'all. Who are we rocking with? Ox, are you staying with the Heat?
South Beach.
Chill. Who are you rocking with?
Miami.
2 for Miami. Mars.
We're gonna have to
You can always
team
pick
up.
Brooklyn again.
Miami's not making this list. There's no way.
Indiana.
I forgot.
There's
Real
10
talk, you
West
like
teams
Indiana?
on here already.
Real talk, do you like Memphis?
I like Memphis. I like Memphis.
I don't think they're
And
better than Miami,
Indiana.
though. But John Morant's not.
Who do you want, real talk? I'm gonna just vote with you because I'm doing anything to keep Miami away from him.
Swiper, why
Indiana's
they doing
better
this? Who
than
you got?
The Heat right now. Indiana's better than the Heat. But you don't want to do. We could do Memphis if you want to do Memphis.
Okay, I go Memphis.
At least do the Raptors. The Raptors are better than Memphis.
Have you been
Swiper, who you
watching
got?
their team?
It's just a little preseason stuff. They just
Right here,
they
I'm
just
gonna
experiment.
do. I'm doing the Indiana Pacers.
All right, Swiper got the Pacers.
I can switch to the Pacers. I can do that.
All right, Pacers coming in hot. Wait, that's 2-2. It's a 2-2 tie.
I got the Pacers.
Real talk. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, damn. All right, Pacers coming in hot at 18th. At 19, Chill and Ox. Are you guys staying with the Miami Heat?
Yes,
I am.
I am.
All right, Swiper, who you got?
So I only think Ja's going to be out, but he's like already. He's just week to week. It's not like
Yeah,
it's.
I think
I'm
he
gonna-
might be there opening night.
I'm going to Raptors here.
All right, we got one for the Raptors, 2 for the Heat.
Grizzlies starting 5 is really good, y'all. I don't know if y'all.
The Raptors
They are really good.
They got
Ron's not gonna take the
Wales,
Grizzlies over
Triple
the-
J, and
Yeah, it's a top 11 starting unit, I think, for sure.
Yeah, Ron's not gonna take the Grizzlies over the Heat though. So we either have to team up with Swiper and get Toronto, or Miami's gonna go on the list.
Well,
So
no,
I
I'm
don't
fine
think
with.
Toronto's
They're all on the
better
same
than
tier.
Miami,
Let's just
though.
go Grizzlies. We can
I
go
don't
Grizzlies
think
here.
Toronto's that good. Okay,
Yeah,
I go
Grizzlies.
Memphis.
The
I
Grizzlies.
go Memphis.
yeah, I got.
They're all on the
Memphis.
same tier. Yeah, Grizzlies are
actually will
fine
I
here.
got
I go
Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah, Grizzlies are good here.
All right, Chill, you
Three
said you were going to
Grizzlies.
switch?
I'm that now. This is where Miami is.
All right,
Miami.
Mars, real talk, Swiper. Grizzlies are off the
I
board.
think Toronto's getting a little underplayed on the market right now. So I think Toronto is slotted about right here. We're talking about starting 5s and bench. They're
All right,
healthy.
Swiper got the Raptors.
Yeah,
Mars,
Mars.
real talk.
Unfortunately, I think this is.
Might be the end of the road. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Pelicans, but it's over, man.
You think the Pelicans are better than the Raptors?
Yes.
I know Real Talk not going. I know Real Talk not going to vote for the Raptors, but he might vote for the Pelicans.
Yeah, he will vote for the Raptors.
I don't think the Raptors are better than the Heat.
I don't know
Real
that.
town. Who you going with?
Yeah, Mars. I'm going with the Heat here. I'm going with the Heat. That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's over, man.
Yeah.
Can't get no one interested in Boston. God damn.
All right, the Heat are
They were
on the
actually next
board,
to me.
fellas.
They
Fellas,
were
we
next
got
to me.
10 teams in 5 minutes. Let's see if we could do it. All
Are
right,
y'all
who's
trying
next?
to tell me the Celtics are better than the Kings?
But no one's made a pick.
Possibly.
I haven't put
Yes,
the Celtics
in
up.
fact. But come on, Ox, who you got? Ox, who you got?
You know,
You got
I
the Kings?
got the Kings all the way through the rest of this.
All right, you got the Kings over the
I said that
Raptors?
before, and then went with Miami.
As much glazing as you was doing for the Raptors?
I think we're better
All
than the Raptors. I just thought the Raptors were better than the. I think us and the Raptors are better than the Grizzlies, and the Pacers, and the Bucks, and the Blazers.
All right, so we got one for the Raptors. Swiper is with
I'll
Swiper is with the
join you
Raptors.
now,
Ox is
Mars,
with the Kings.
with the Zion thing.
I think the Raptors are decent though, so I don't know.
Okay.
All right, Chill. Who you
So-
going with? Kings, Pelicans, Celtics, Raptors. Those seem to be the teams in this group right now.
I'm going to take Toronto.
2 for the Raptors. Real town.
Toronto's just for sure
Mars.
better than Boston. Just
I'm not for sure, but
Well, their front court is pretty mid right now. Real talk.
I know,
close
but
to being
Toronto
bad.
can't like score.
I think
I wonder why.
Well, they're going to score because they hit threes in the Celtics, but I think Brandon
But
Ingram.
Miami can't score, but here you are putting them above the Raptors.
I mean, but they got like Norman Powell now. They got Tyler
Fellas,
Hero. They'll be
let's
able to
lock
shoot
in. We
the
got to
ball.
we got to
All
wrap
right,
this
who's
segment
next?
up.
Who's next? We got Raptors. I got
We
Raptors.
got 2 for the Raptors, 1 for the Kings. Real talk, Mars. Who y'all rocking with? Kings, Pelicans, Celtics, Raptors. Those seem to
I'm
be the
staying the
teams.
Pelicans.
Oh,
All right, Real talk got the Pelicans. Mars.
The Suns.
All right, the Raptors have made the list.
Kings next.
Ox, you staying with the Kings? Oh, Ox and Swiper both got the Kings.
The Kings
Real
are not
talk,
better than
you got the Pelicans. Mars,
What?
are you staying with the
Oh,
Suns?
sorry.
Oh no, I just picked the Suns so the Raptors to make it.
Got it.
Boston.
All right, one for Boston. Chill. Who you got?
Boston.
Oh, we got a tie between Boston and the Kings. And as much as I love Sacramento, I
I'm
would love
voting
to move back
I
there.
changed my vote to Boston.
I'm
Thank you
strategic.
for
I knew
having
Roma
it.
were picking the Kings over the
Whew.
Celtics.
The Kings have the best
Thank you
players
for
on the
having to do
floor
that
in
for me,
this.
real talk. I was gonna hate to have to do that. All right, the Celtics are off the board. Ox, are you Ox and Swiper? Are you staying with the
Don't
Kings?
ask me no more questions.
Yeah, I'm good with the Kings here.
I'm sorry, Big Ox. Apologies, Mr. Ox. Real talk, you staying with the Pelicans? Or are you going back to the Pelicans?
I'll say the Kings. Put the Kings on the list. It's
Oh,
fine.
All right.
I had the Powers here too. Fuck.
Well, you waited too late. Now I'm saying.
Oh, my bad.
Despicable.
All right, the Kings are off the list. Who are we rocking with?
I do have the Pelicans now, though.
I
Me too.
think that this is where the Chicago Bulls are going to start coming in. So going with the Bulls here.
I have the Pelicans.
Do you think Zion Williamson sucks? Like,
No.
what's your?
No, not at all.
I mean, we're getting the Pelicans in at 24 or 25. Like, regardless.
I got.
But if Ox can join the side, I think that the starting five for the Bulls is
I don't got
probably
the
going to
Bulls. I don't got
better.
the Bulls. I definitely got the Pelicans or the Suns right now. I'm gonna go with the Pelicans just so we can get out of here and move next.
All right, Pelicans are next on the list. At 25, who we got?
Bulls, FC.
Bulls, Suns. Anybody we
Hornets.
forgetting?
All
Those
star
are the only
Montes
three teams in
Padelis.
contention. Bulls, Suns, and Hornets are the only three teams that even could be considered.
Yeah, I got the Suns, Ryan.
All right, Swiper, you got the Bulls, right?
Yes, sir.
One Bulls, one Suns.
I got the
Chill.
Bulls as well.
Josh Giddey, FC, chill.
I'll take the Bulls.
Yeah.
All right, Bulls make the list. Next, who do
Suns.
we have? Does everybody agree with the Suns?
Yeah, I got the Suns.
Sure.
Sure.
I'll take Phoenix.
All right, and then there were 4 teams left.
Yeah,
We have the Hornets,
should be next.
the
Hornets
Wizards,
should be next.
the
I got
Nets.
the Jazz. I got the Jazz.
Oh, and the Jazz.
Yeah, I got Pelicans.
I got the Hornets.
Pelicans,
I got the
Bulls,
Hornets.
Suns,
Pelicans
and
on
those.
the. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Oh no,
reading through
wait. So Mars, you got the Hornets. Ox, you got the
Yeah.
Jazz. Real talk, who do you have?
Yeah, I'll go LaMelo's team.
Chill.
Wizards.
Swiper.
I will put the Charlotte Hornets here.
All right.
Oh,
Shout out to
damn,
the
the
Hornets.
Wizards suck.
28. The Hornets are off the board. Ox, who you got?
Jazz.
Real talk.
Sure,
Okay.
Jazz.
Can I interest you?
I'll go Brooklyn.
Swiper.
Yeah,
I'll go
can
Brooklyn.
I interest you in the Brooklyn Nets?
Hell
Chill,
no.
you staying with the Wizards?
Yes.
God damn. So who smells like shit more? The Nets or the Jazz?
The Nets at least have like Cam Thomas.
They have the best coach.
Yeah,
among
Laurie
this
Markkinen's
group, too.
better than everybody over
Oh,
there.
this-
Yeah,
I
Will
wanna
Hardy,
run
a
a
good
poll.
coach.
They've sold a lot.
Man,
of their
the
teams
Jazz,
to
the Jazz are going to be the worst defense in the NBA, and their offense is still going to suck. The Nets might at least be like 26th in both.
The Nets are going to
The
be
Jazz are
competitive
going to be
almost every game.
30th in defense.
The Jazz.
I want to run a poll so bad, but we don't have time. So I'm
Yeah,
going
we
to go
don't
with the
have time.
Jazz just because they have the better player. We have 2 teams left, the Nets and the Wizards.
Nets and
Fellas.
Wizards.
Who are
Nets
we
and
taking?
Wizards. That's
Nets.
I got the Wizards.
Nah.
I got the Nets.
Okay, we got most of us have the Nets. So
Nets.
put
The Nets
Nets
made it. The Nets made
Yeah,
it.
then the Wizards are last.
CJ and Chris.
Swiper, you had the Nets too? All right. Nets and the Wizards are last.
Mm.
All right. Congratulations, fellas. We made it in about 34 minutes.
CJ better.
However,
Than,
we got through it.
CJ better than Cam Thomas.
Yep, he is.
All right. We're going to jump straight into crunch time chats, and then we will talk about everything that we need to talk about right after these chats. Shout out Swiper. You repping for the squad.
Come on, represent. Come on, Who Talk Podcast. We live every Sunday.
All right, the first super chat that I got is from DSG Piccolo. Piccolo said, last week was great. The tide's still rolling. Talking about Alabama? The tide's still rolling. NBA season starts Tuesday, tomorrow. Blazers signed 2 great deals. Saints improved their draft spot. My team's garbage. Dodgers in the World Series. Ron, will we see y'all there? It's a good question. And I got a good answer for you. You know, a lot of people, because I haven't mentioned my team, think that, you know, I'm scared to talk about it. They think that I'm worried. And if you have any questions whether Ron is concerned about the World Series and the Mariners getting there, I just want to let y'all know one thing. I got your chain, dog. Hey, dog, I got your chain. Hey, come and get it. Since y'all think I'm front running, hey, come and get your chain, dog. All right? We got it right here. You want your chain back? Come and get it.
Are y'all down in the series right now?
No, it's we in Game 7.
Game 7 tonight.
Oh,
here's the problem, though,
kid.
Not only were they up 2-0, they went to Toronto and won both. We shouldn't even be back
ever World
This
Series.
series should have been over.
So they're choking, is what you're telling me.
Yes, this series should have been over. We shouldn't even have to come back.
We're not choking.
They were up 2-0.
The Toronto Blue Jays are a good ass team.
You were up 2-0.
Yeah.
I really want to say some things, but
You're 1 and 3
I can't say them just because of the position I'm in right now. But the Blue Jays got a squad.
They got a real good team. But
come get your chain back if you that tough. That's all I gotta say. All right. The next team the next super chat I got is from I'm Drake Q. Drake Q said Denver, OKC, Clippers, Mavs, Cavs. Stamp it. Don't see us losing many games once Kyrie comes back. Should be top 5 defensively the whole year. Y'all like this top 5?
That part I could get.
I'm not as high on the Mavs as other people.
I think that scoring is going to be a problem. They're not better than the Clippers. They're not better than OKC, Denver. But then now you get into like Wolves area, Rockets area. I think the Wolves are just a lot better than people give them credit for, maybe in preseason talks.
Also, tomorrow we will be on playback watching the opening game, and I can't wait for KD to go to OKC and see what a real ring looks like for a real small market team. So we'll be on playback tomorrow. It should be a good time. We'll be there early too, so we can watch the ring ceremony and all of that good stuff.
That hate in your heart is going to translate over to the karma for your baseball team tonight. Just want you to know that.
That's why we've been. That's why what's going on. Yes, that's exactly why we're in Game 7, Ron. This is because of you, right? This is because of you, Ron. Yes.
Yo, y'all know I'm in Seattle right now, right?
That's right. This series should have been over, Ron.
Yeah, but instead, I'm gonna go ahead and drive to Portland tonight for this game. I don't want people surrounding my house and all of that good stuff. All right, Tupac Westside with a super chat. Tupac said, "Morning, fellas. I just saw Nonstop's video on Yao Ming. It hurt like hell to find out what he and his family, he and his parents went through before getting drafted. Glad things worked out for them in the later years." Y'all know what happened here?
I'm not sure.
I don't even know who Nonstop is. No disrespect.
Y'all know who?
I'm not going to speak extensively about it, but I think it was something like he had to give all of his bread to the Chinese government. He had to get a waiver. Yeah, it was something crazy like that, where him going to play for the Rockets, he had to give a lot of his dough to the Chinese government. He had to get a permission to go play for the Rockets. It was crazy. It was something like it was something to that extent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pimp named Slickback said, "I think Yegor Dimin is going to be a lot better than people assumed. His 3-point shot is actually good. It seems as if injuries mess him up in the second half of college. He plays smart, two-way basketball. He's nice." How we feel about Yegor? Should we move them up the power rankings?
No.
Well, I think they should be above the Jazz, but that's about as far as it's gonna go. But yeah, Yegor's looked interesting in everything I've seen summer league. The one preseason game he played. I still think 8th was a reach, but if he pays that pick off, then shout out to him because he does have talent, especially as like a big Magic Johnson-esque point guard.
Myles, if like you just said, 8 is a stretch. If we trade down, I don't know, let's say we trade down to 14, is he still on the board when we pick at 14?
I mean, I thought he would still be on the board past 8, and he wasn't. So it's hard for me to project who would have took who. But I do think 14 was probably more appropriate for him based on what I had done looking into the draft. But I'm also admittedly not the most in-depth draft person. That's probably more Penn's lane of things, but 14 probably sounds more fitting for me.
Like between 13 and 16, somewhere around that area.
Late lottery, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mad Max Sports Talk said, chill. OKC, the only young team that's not going to have internal development, question marks. I get no repeat logic, but the development should negate that. Or I get the no repeat logic.
What does that even mean? So just so you know, he's saying they're the only young team that doesn't have any. So he's also talking about
he's asking you.
Timberwolves.
He's asking you. So he's asking
no,
you,
he's not.
That into consideration?
No, he's not. What he wants me to do is he wants me to talk about Minnesota and Ant getting better. That's what he wants me because those are his guys.
So you see through the bullshit, chill.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was because you said OKC aren't repeating. I thought he was just asking, aren't OKC going to get better?
They are going to get better. I'm not arguing that, but I think that there are other factors with OKC when it comes to repeating. Prime example, when I talked about Milwaukee, when they were going to go back and repeat for the NBA championship, they had other mitigating factors, stuff that didn't really have anything to do with them. I feel the same way about the rest of what's going on in the NBA. I think that there's stuff. I don't think that we're going to see the Golden State Warriors of this era. I don't think that we're going to see the Shaq and Kobe Lakers, a team that's going to basically run the table, and we're going to see them for a long time in this particular era. I just don't think we're going to see that. Not because teams aren't developing, because I think that Joker got better. The year that they won the NBA championship, Joker got better the next year. And I think that Denver team was still really good. But I think that there were things that beyond their control,
injuries,
that they just couldn't,
which has been all the team since 21-20.
So you're projecting OKC to get hurt?
I think that that's going to be a factor. I think injuries are going to play a factor in what they do. And I also think that with their development, I also think that there's going to be some downplay. I think J-Dub's going to be better, but I could see J-Dub not giving you what you expect him to give you come playoff time. I could see that happening. I could see Alex Caruso not knocking down open shots like he did the year before. I could see Lou Dort not shooting the basketball as well as he did.
But chill, they've already had series in
Caruso gonna Caruso regardless.
They didn't shoot the ball well, and they still won. I'm actually on the other end of the spectrum on this. I think that OKC really the year to beat them was last year. They had missing players, key missing players like Chet didn't play a lot of the time in the regular season. Ihart missed a substantial amount of games in the regular season. And OKC is a good 3-point shooting playoff away from just smacking everybody in 4 or 5 games.
Do they have those shooters?
J-Dub also played a lot.
Yeah, he played hurt in the playoffs.
Wrist, so
yes. I don't. And then Shea is looking like it. And also, here's also a possibility that we need to take into consideration. What if Shea plays closer to his regular season self in the playoffs? That also makes him a better team. Shea did not live up to his standard in the postseason.
But real talk, that being said, so when has that actually happened when we're talking about SGA in terms of the postseason? Like, is this the season that we're going to see SGA perform at that level, like at an all-time great level? Is this the season that we're going to see that? Why didn't we see that last year when he basically had the best season of his career? So we're going to do it this season. So we're projecting that the development of SGA is going to be better this year. Well, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But what I've seen over the course of the last 5 years when it comes to champions, I've seen injuries plague them. I've seen underperformances. And I think that that's a trend that's going to continue. That's my issue. And it's not because OKC isn't developing, because I think OKC is developing, and they develop at a high rate. I mean, they won the NBA championship last year as the youngest team to do it. But I think that there's other factors that come into that. And one of those factors is injury. Another one is them underperforming. So
all right, on to the next super chat. It is from Astro Boy. Just sent one in. Astro Boy said the Spurs should be much higher from how they performed. They went undefeated for a reason. Oh, in the preseason? They went undefeated for a reason. The team won despite the turnovers from Wemby.
Didn't the Warriors win 0 preseason games and won the NBA championship? What are we doing? What's happening right now?
Winning preseason games means that like your second and third string beat the other team's second and third string for majority of the game.
I mean, I feel like there are indicators, like depending on how your starting unit looks, or how your bench looks, or like how the process looks, and all that. I think there are clear indicators that people should be hiring the Clippers. Clear indicators that Denver is going to be good. Clear indicators that Thunder are going to be good again, even though they didn't play a lot with the starters. I think the Spurs are another indicated team. There's going to be some, like, they're probably better than like I said, the market has them right now. I think the indicators with the Lakers are that, like, real talk has been, getting cooked on the timeline by their Lakers fans by saying they might be a playing team. They could be. It's like
real talk. You think the Lakers could be a playing team?
Absolutely. I'm not high on this roster whatsoever. We lack so much athleticism. We still need a wing. I still don't like Rui and LeBron on the court together. That's two power forwards that both can't really guard on the perimeter consistently. DeAndre Ayton is better than Jackson Hayes, but I mean, whoop-dee-doo, as some would say. And it's going to be Luka, Austin, LeBron win us games, and they're really good. They're going to be able to do that, but everybody else is like, I'm good. Unless we make a trade at the deadline, we're mid in the Western Conference as far as a roster construction standpoint.
Indicators the Wolves are going to be good too, by the way, because their bench is going to be.
They are. They're going to be really good. Yes, they are.
That Terrence Shannon Jr. and Jalen Clark. That's a nice Debbie project, and then Rob Dillingham as well. That's a good Debbie project, and Bones Highland, who had his best preseason that he's had in his career. So,
wow.
I've also stated this multiple times. Just because we're in the play-in does not mean that I don't think that we can win playoff series. Also, by the way, the regular season is about winning games, and I think that there are a multitude of teams in the Western Conference who have a far better floor due to their defense. We are, like, as far as the teams in the West that are competing, we're the worst defensive team, kind of by a landslide. When you have gotten
significantly better with the additions to your roster. We're getting Vando, we're getting Marcus Smart, we're getting a rebounder like DeAndre Ayton. You've got significantly better. On top of that, you being a playing team,
Portland got Drew Holiday.
Yes, they did, 100%. And
we got Marcus Smart,
one of the better guard defenders in the game. Like, why are we talking about Marcus Smart? Like, Marcus Smart is just okay. Like, Marcus Smart is an awesome guard defender, awesome perimeter defender.
He hasn't looked great. He did well versus the Kings in particular game. But I just want to be clear about this too, Chill. They played their whole unit without LeBron. They were in I don't know, and the Lakers are better than the Kings, but those Kings games and Lakers games are going to be good games. And I don't know, like, they don't have an overwhelming talent advantage on the roster over the Kings. They have a talent advantage because of Luka, Braun, and Reeves. But outside of that, I mean, they're just not that far away, like, roster-wise. And, like, so now it's about, like, synergy, how well they play together, all that stuff.
And we're not athletic. The league is so much more athletic than us also. We already started at a disadvantage from that aspect when you have Luka and Reeves as your backcourt. That's not much like that. Nah, bro. Look at the league in 2025. It's about shooting, being versatile, at multiple positions, which comes with being an athletic group, and we're not that.
So you do have the shooting with Luka, with Austin Reeves, right? You do have a guy who can stretch the defense. I don't think that's the issue. The athleticism, I can get with that part, but you got a rebounder, right? You got perimeter defense. The thing that I am a little concerned about, to your point, when you're talking about being a playing team, well, we've seen what happens if you end up with the 7th spot. If Denver ends up in the 2 spot, and Denver's improved significantly from last year, we've seen what that movie looked like when y'all run up on them. So that could be a recipe for the
I saw holding Jokic to 12 points and getting the dub in Denver.
I don't know how well that would translate into the playoffs this year with DeAndre Ayton going up against Joker.
Good,
because now you actually got a 5-man.
Caruso.
Yeah, if only we had a couple of these players we wouldn't be lacking if we had a Caruso and a KCP still. And
well, the Lakers had a Caruso.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or a Zubac. That's it. Yeah, I know.
Well, to be fair, Lakers fans, they were perfectly fine with Zubac and Brook Lopez leaving that franchise.
Yeah, Zoo became just way better. Zoo wasn't.
Yeah, Zoo was a throw-in.
Yeah, but Zoo's become way better.
He's all NBA.
Shout out to his development, by the way. Shout out to his development.
Yeah.
Is there anybody who thought that he would be that good when they threw him in the trade?
Zoo wasn't even a guarantee starter with the Clippers.
I thought Zoo sucked.
Yeah,
I thought Zoo sucked. Like,
they were playing Trez over him because like he was better at the time and he had more skills. Zoo in a bubble showed defensive, not even, but and to be fair, Zoo didn't become a good defender narrative wise until maybe 2.5 years ago. And then it shifted. And then Zoo became an all-NBA defender. He was not that before. Remember, when Zoo was early on in the Clippers era, Chill, like if you called Zoo a good defender, people would look at you like sideways.
Luka was hunting him into oblivion,
Yeah.
So they was watching Luka like fry him in switches. And it's like, oh, how you gonna call this guy a good defender? But to be fair, I thought Zoo was bad. Like his hands were bricks, the touch was bad, the defensive mobility, Then last couple seasons, like more so this season offensively, he just went to a level that I didn't see possible. So shout out to Z.
Which is also ridiculous because when I think about what you just said, Swiper, imagine basing it on getting fried by Luka. I can't defend. I'm getting fried by Luka.
Rudy and Steph Curry. People still think Rudy can't cover in space.
Imagine that because I'm getting fried by Luka. That's pretty incredible.
Luka makes a step back 3 over Rudy, and then everybody's like,
from 30 feet away, he sucks as a defender. Rudy's awful. He can't guard on the perimeter. Give me a break.
Yeah, because Jaden McDaniels ran.
Ox, man, you've had this conversation a bunch of different times. There's no way you switch that. No way. There's no way you leave your big guy on the island like that. No way.
All right, fellas. I do want to throw this power ranking back up here, and I do want to see if you guys have anything that you really just don't like about it, or anything that you want to comment on.
Yes, Ron, I do. The placement of the Bucks is crazy.
I agree. They should be higher.
Yeah, Ox, I thought you were going to address how low the Orlando is on this list.
I mean, it's nothing I could do about that. I'm just kind of I'm shocked that the Bucks
are the Bucks better than the Blazers.
They should definitely be above the Spurs. They definitely should.
Yes,
definitively.
Yes.
No, I'm not with that definitively, but yes. Yeah.
If the Bucks sort of the Spurs in the playoffs, that'd be a 5-game series. They'd smoke them.
Who? I wouldn't say that.
Who? I'm gonna say that one more time. Who? If the Bucks saw the Spurs in the playoffs,
who?
If the Bucks
5-1 who? 5
Once again, I'm gonna say this one more time for you, Swipe it for the people in the back in the cheap seats. If the Bucks saw the Spurs in the playoffs today, they would smoke them in 5 games.
All right, how about this? I'm gonna do a scenario for the whole team. Everybody that's here, so I don't, just let me move me right underneath Chill so I can ask up. Chill. I want you to tell me, so Giannis, and then after Giannis, who are the best players 1 through 10 in that series between the Spurs and the Bucks?
We've seen better players lose series, so I'm not doing that. I
want you to tell me from Giannis down or Wemby down, whoever. Go. I want you to tell me 1 through 10 who are the best players in that series. She'll go.
Let's see. The Spurs have the best play. The Spurs have the second best player in the series. They got the third best player in the series in De'Aaron Fox.
And then it gets kind of shaky after that.
Devin Vassell's better than everybody over there too, besides Giannis.
No, he isn't.
Nobody over there is better than Devin Vassell.
That's just not
Myles Turner.
Myles Turner is better. We're gonna stop disrespecting Myles Turner like
this. This is what we're not gonna do. Real talk. This is what we're not gonna do. So this is one of those. This is one of those things. This is one of those things where when the season starts, an Ox is gonna come up here and he is going to eat crow. And I'm not gonna listen to any nonsense from him. Like, no, I'm not trying to hear that. You are going to eat crow, Ox. When you find out that this Milwaukee Bucks team is a lot better than you gave them credit for. KPJ is much better. He's a much better talent than you give him credit for. Trent Jr. is a much better talent than you're giving him credit for.
To answer your question, better than Devin Vassell?
Is who better than who?
Trent better than Vassell?
Better than Devin Vassell?
Oh no.
I don't
Chill,
think so.
no, that's why I asked Chill.
Hell no.
No, that's why I asked Chill. Tell me 1 through 10. Please tell me 1 through 10.
To answer your question, it's Giannis, it's Wemby, Foxy, Why did I just draw a blank on his name? Fox.
Myles Turner?
I think Myles Turner.
Bobby Portis?
Come on, let him just no. You're distracting him. You're distracting him.
I'm giving him names. He said he can't remember the name.
Okay,
well, can you give him the name that he's thinking of?
Yeah, I'll do it in a good sequence. You're just like throwing bad names out. Bobby Portis, like who's going to be at like 12.
So
Jeremy Sohan, I don't know. Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell.
So Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Dylan Harper, and then you got Julian Champagnie.
Not better. I don't think Dylan Harper is better than anybody on that Milwaukee Bucks team.
What do you mean anyone on the Milwaukee Bucks team?
He's not better than KPJ.
Stephon Castle's better than KPJ.
Dylan Harper is not better than KPJ. He's not better than Trent. He's not better than KPJ. He's not better than Trent. He's not better than AJ Green.
AJ Green.
No, he's not better than any of them.
So because he hasn't played an NBA game, he just can't be better than anyone on the Bucks.
Mars, we got to see it.
I got to see it.
Stephon Castle is better
than Rucker buckets ain't moving us.
Chill. Do you fight?
Stephon Castle is not better than KPJ.
Thank you, real talk.
Not yet.
So Cooper Flag can be Magic Johnson.
When has KPJ been in rookie year?
I didn't say that he was better. Just because, number one, I never said that. That sucks that you keep saying that because I never said that he was Magic Johnson.
Is Jeremy Sohan better than KPJ?
It reminded me.
No.
Is Cooper Flag better than anyone on the Bucks?
I got to see it.
Everybody besides Giannis.
I gotta see it.
Man, he's not better than AJ Green.
As long as you're consistent. If we can't say Cooper Flag's better than AJ Green because he hasn't played yet, then I
gotta see it.
Wait. Is Ace Bailey better than Gary Harris?
Is Ace Bailey from the Utah Jazz better than Gary Harris on the Milwaukee Bucks?
Yes.
Gary Harris hasn't been good.
I gotta see it.
Gary Harris is in Milwaukee right now.
Yes. Look at you, not even knowing the roster.
Essentially, what
Gary Trent and Gary Harris.
Is trying
so when
to
Wemby got drafted, I couldn't say he was better than Nick Richards.
You could say that he was better than Nick Richards, but
you would have to say I have to see it.
I got to see it. Yeah,
fair enough. Fair enough. I can't argue that. Fair enough.
You still haven't answered the question, Joe.
Show it to me. So to answer your question,
is it 6'4", 7'3", or 5'5"? I just want to know where do you think it might be.
I don't think it's as far as you think it is. I think it's like 6'4". Like I said, Giannis, Wemby, Fox,
Devin Vassell,
Myles Turner.
Yeah, Myles Turner. That's what I'm thinking.
There you go.
Devin Vassell, then Stephon Castle right after that.
No, it's not because I think
Devin Vassell is Devin Vassell is better than
KPJ.
Kyle Kuzma though.
Okay, I didn't even bring up Kyle Kuzma, but
Keldon Johnson's better than Kyle Kuzma.
But I know
they're not that far off.
Keldon Johnson.
They're not that far off either way.
I'm high on Keldon, so I could be biased.
And Keldon Johnson.
I'm not, but Keldon's better.
Carter Bryant would be the second best defender on that Milwaukee Bucks team, easily.
Okay, so with him being the second best defender,
we have to see it. We have to see it. Same argument. We have to see it. You know,
Harrison Barnes would start on the Milwaukee Bucks.
Absolutely.
Exactly. We have to see it.
He would start over. Harrison Barnes would start over Kyle Kuzma. I know. Harrison Barnes would start over Kyle Kuzma.
Harrison Barnes is starting.
No, but is Harrison Barnes better than Kyle Kuzma, Chill?
Harrison Barnes is starting on the Spurs because they have an issue with the small forward spot. And I could say the same thing. I could because of Kuzma. I could say the same thing. I could say the exact same thing with Milwaukee at the power forward spot.
Who in Milwaukee is better than Harrison Barnes?
And who in Milwaukee?
Myles Turner. That's it.
Wait, hold on, Swipe. I just want you to give me every player on the Milwaukee Bucks that's better than Harrison Barnes. Every player.
It's about four of them, Chill. If you need help, I got you.
No. Could you please let Chill answer this question? Who over there, everybody, including Giannis, who is better than Harrison Barnes on the Milwaukee Bucks?
I think Giannis is better than him.
I think the gap between Giannis and Wemby this year.
Bobby Portis is better than him. I think Myles Turner is better than him.
Who said Bobby Portis?
I think Bobby Portis is better than him. I think Bobby Portis is better at what he does than what Harrison Barnes does. I think he's better than him.
Bobby Portis.
I think Myles Turner is better than him. Let's see.
Bobby Portis better than Harrison Barnes.
That's as far as I'm gonna go.
Wait, you don't remember what Bobby Portis did in the playoffs last year?
Hold on.
I don't think
Harrison
Barnes is good anymore, particularly defense.
I didn't get to hear all the players you said.
Yeah, but Kyle Kuzma sucks.
Harrison starts too. You know, that was the.
I think Giannis is better than him. I think KPJ is better than him. I think Myles Turner is better than him. I think Bobby Portis is better than him.
What's the gap between De'Aaron Fox and KPJ? Right quick, Joe.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's
I
massive.
just think the way you guys are framing all of this is disingenuous.
It is.
Well, I just wanted to ask 1 through 10 where was the roster?
How should it be framed? I know Swiper's being nasty, but how should it be framed?
Yeah, he's trying to get to the bottom of like whatever. But like, so based on what he's trying to get to, his question is fine. But based on like how basketball actually works, it's not how it works.
No.
So like, I get like, I would probably agree if you did 1 through 10, the Spurs probably have more players. Probably, I don't
7 players.
I don't care to do it. Probably, but in terms of how the Bucks players fit next to Giannis, they're gonna be maximized to a degree that I don't think necessarily the Spurs players will. Like, these are guys who they have maybe 2 NBA skill sets, and one of them is their ability to catch and shoot. If they do that at an elite level, they're going to be maximized next to the guy who generates more catch and shoot threes than damn near anyone in the NBA. So yeah, they might not be as good as the Spurs players. They might not be able to drive a closeout as well as Harrison Barnes can. They might not be able to give you an occasional isolation like Dylan Harper might be able to. But what they are going to do is complement the best player on the court to a degree.
But you can make the same argument the other way with the
and maximizes the
defensive
roster.
ceiling with the Spurs, though. I think that's where
their defensive ceiling is high because of Wemby and Luke Cornett as the backup big. Like that's why I think it's fair.
I didn't even say Luke Cornett.
But I just don't think his talent is one.
How am I being disingenuous? That's a basic question.
Yes, you are. You know why you're being disingenuous, Swiper? Because we've seen teams that have better players lose. And the reason why we've seen teams that have better players lose because the scheme was better.
When did this last happen?
Let's see. How about your Minnesota team? I mean, how about that Minnesota team that beat Denver? I think Denver was better than them, but I think the scheme was better.
But I also think Denver that was the injury thing.
Pacers just beat the Knicks. If you did,
not only did they just beat the Knicks, and
who else did they beat?
The Knicks.
Who else did they beat?
We went 1 through 10. Didn't the Pacers beat the Cavs? If you go 1 through 10, Pacers, Cavs.
Well, I thought the Pacers had better rosters than those players.
No, they didn't. The Pacers.
Yeah, the Pacers were 1 through 10. No. I don't want to. Hold on. I don't want to rewrite this. The Pacers 1 through 10 were better than the Knicks last year. They were. The Knicks played 7 players. That was a part of the issue. The Pacers played 10 players.
So those 7 were great.
I don't want to misrepresent. I already said last year the Pacers had a better 1 through 10 than everybody in the Eastern Conference that they played. I said that last year. Yes, I did in the playoff. That's why it's in the playoff. What I said.
No, you did not say that.
Yeah, even if that's true, but Swipe, the Pacers would win that argument because of players like 8, 9, 10. But even that for matters. Your like. But what I'm saying is even for your player for player thing, if you go player for player for the top 10, the Knicks still would have more players.
No,
if we're ranking,
you would go okay. So real quick, you would go Brunson. You would go Brunson 1, Cat 1. Brunson and Halley. Okay, cool. Brunson, Cat, and Halley is the top 3.
Sure,
everyone would agree on that.
Yep.
Then you would probably go
OG.
Right?
No, not better than Pascal. He's not better than Pascal.
Is OG better than Pascal?
No, he's not better than Pascal.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, so you go Brunson, Cat, Halley, and Pascal as the top 4. Then you probably go OG and Mikal, right? 5 and 6.
No.
Oh.
I don't want me. No, I'm not lying. But me and Ox are not on the same side with Myles Turner in the playoffs last year. We're not. We were on opposite spectrum for Myles.
Myles Turner's better than OG and Mikal?
No, Myles played better in the playoffs than Mikal did. Yes, that's what happened.
He's on the Bucks now, and you're hating.
No. I don't. This is what I'm saying about we're getting this nonsense. No. Myles Turner and Giannis and the rest of that roster is not going to be good. I've never said Ox, and not going to tell you. I've never been on Ox's side that Myles is a bad player. I've never said that one time. Not one time. If anything, this is why I know y'all have to listen to people individually. What happened is Myles Turner last year, and I said this, and Mars, you can relitigate this because you remember me saying this to you. He's one of the only players that's able to shoot 38% from 3 and a block a game and be efficient on 4. I said that last year.
Yeah,
I said last year Myles Turner was one of the best. What did you say?
He was praising him heavily, especially during the Cavs series.
And all I'm saying is I'm still there with Myles. I just think the situation that he's in with Giannis is him and Giannis, and I think everything else they have is mostly trash. That's the problem.
We were just ranking the Bucks.
What about all other times he just watched people go to the rim? I mean, if you're 7 feet tall, you can get a block a game, yeah. But if it takes you 3 seconds to rotate from this block to that block to help defense,
this is crazy. Like that's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta be careful attaching narratives to people. I've never said it about Myles Turner. That was never me.
How is Myles Turner better than OG Anunoby? Like genuinely curious.
You can't explain.
Yeah, I don't think in an 82 game sample size he was. I think last year in the playoff, which is why me and Ox were arguing so much. I think he had played extremely well through the playoffs and through the Eastern Conference Finals. And then he ran into issues in the NBA Finals. I said Myles was playing great. And in the Cleveland series, remember, Myles was the one that was turning a lot of those games around at the end of the quarter. So this is what I was saying about him.
And
but I do think OG and Anunoby play better 82 games.
We're not just ranking it off like the playoffs.
But I know, but now we're doing the 1 through 10. And remember, in the regular season, we didn't have the 1 through 10 with the. Well, this is what I'm readjusting. And to be fair to Mars, in going into the regular season, yes, the Knicks had a better starting five, and OG and Mikal and them, yes, they're better than like Myles Turner and all them for sure. But again, I guess I'm more so course correcting because of the playoff stuff. But sure, like OG and Mikal.
That's what this was about originally. This was about the Spurs and the Milwaukee Bucks in the playoffs in a 7-game sample size, not throughout the course of 82 games. We're talking about in a 7-game series when you're scheming against a team like the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, I think that goes in the Spurs' favor.
Okay, once again, who have a rim protector like Wemby. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do everything that we can to get Wemby away from the basket. So a guy in a stretch big like Myles Turner, who's going to crack the long ball to get Wemby away from the basket. Not only to get Wemby away from the basket, I also have a downhill guy in Giannis. Once I get Wemby away from the basket, who's going to attack and punish these guys on the regular. On top of Giannis being that attack guy, he's also one of the better distributors in terms of attacking. So he's got long ball shooters like AJ Green, who also play off of him really well. He's got a long ball shooter like Gary Trent, who plays off of him really well. He's got a one-on-one guy in KPJ who can play off of him really well. So this scheme, when I'm looking at
the issue is they couldn't defend last year though, and they're not going to be able to defend this year. Now, if you're saying that they can't advantage create like the Indiana Pacers will, which is obvious, then the question comes down to like De'Aaron Fox, Wemby, Barnes, Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, like four-quarter execution, late-game shot making. I don't know, like, if that just like I don't know if the Bucks are going to be able to do enough offensively to mitigate the issues they're going to come up with in the four-quarter situations. Like, because now you're going to be relying on Giannis to make it work late game with Gary Trent, KPJ. And to Gary Trent's credit, he had 36 points in the game last year in the playoffs. But Gary Trent, KPJ, and like Myles Turner, and I'm like, well, who's the like? I don't know what the release valve is going to be there. Whereas De'Aaron Fox, we know is one of the clutchest players in the league, either ISO, pull up, or out of the post against other guards. I don't think anybody in that matchup is defending De'Aaron with any credibility.
Who's guarding Giannis?
Well, Wemby and Luke Cornett will be in the game in that situation. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure both of them.
You'll go double big to close.
I mean, I'm imagining that's what they would do, or you could just do Wemby and Jeremy Sohan.
That plays into Myles Turner and Giannis' hands on defense too.
But then I think that's where Jeremy Sohan comes in the game. Like, he's obviously a really good defender, so like you can put Jeremy Sohan in that situation if you want, or ostensibly Carter Bryant if you needed to.
You're gonna have Luke Cornett, Wemby, and Jeremy Sohan all in the game at the same time.
No. I was saying in replacement of Luke Cornett, if you want to go like power forward.
You still have the same spacing issues.
Which
is cool. I just think both rosters are flawed. I would just have the Bucks above the Spurs because I think they have.
Do you think Fox makes the biggest difference in that? Like, they have a legitimate like 27, 30 points per game score in the playoffs that like legitimately can create an own shot.
I do think he makes a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference.
I do think he makes.
But I think that matters still. Like, KPJ and Trent can't replicate that.
I think he can give me solid minutes. I think
not versus De'Aaron Fox though.
I'm not saying he's got to outplay him, and that's not what I'm saying at all. I don't think KPJ has to outplay De'Aaron Fox, and I don't think that that's going to go on at all. But I do think that as long as he, especially in the playoffs, is going to be a positive because he's going to get switched on, not just to De'Aaron Fox, but he's going to get switched on to a young Castle. On top of that, Wemby, we just talked about him being the turnover machine that he is, and we're going to exploit that come playoff time.
But he's definitely going to exploit that's with the ball in his hands. So I think the issue is that I'm sorry, y'all. Like, at some level, though, they're going to be able to manufacture an offense that features Wemby, who's still a 25, 24 points per game player, and also like a very good shooter, especially for a big. And then they're going to have De'Aaron Fox on the floor, who's an elite pull-up threat from mid-range, an elite driver to basketball. Not, Darius Garland obviously a better number toucher. We had Horgan about 3 months ago, so I want to make sure I include De'Aaron Fox as an elite finisher. He's still an above-average three-point shooter. Hopefully, 35%, something like that. Maybe. Hopefully he can get back there. 37, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. He's not a great shooter. But speed and agility-wise, you run a pick and roll with Victor Wembanyama, and then if you want to put, like, Devin Vassell, y'all know how I feel about Devin Vassell. Between the two teams, he is the best off-ball scorer between the two teams, I think. And then also being able to be another ball handler they have on the floor. And he's also 6'7". Like, that's a big wing on the floor that can do everything you hope Kyle Kuzma can do. Devin Vassell can do that. Like, he's a great offensive player to have as a third player on the floor.
Devin is nice.
Yes, he is. I'm not going to argue that point.
I've been on that.
But if if I can, I don't think I'm going to neutralize Wemby, but if I could get Wemby, because he's going to be their hub, because they're going to run the offense.
Well, Wemby and Giannis have been some great matchups without De'Aaron Fox. That's what I'm saying too. Wemby and Giannis have all been games that came down to the wire with last year's Bucks team. This year's Bucks team, I think it's maybe worse than even the team without Dame. I don't know. Like, we'll have to go through that. I legitimately don't know. I'm saying that if they were close last season and Wemby had nobody that could help him on the perimeter. Now you add De'Aaron Fox into that fold, and then this includes Dylan Harper. I think makes a difference, be able to create space for himself, and especially getting to the basket. I'm telling you,
there's
man.
There's a flip side to that, though.
Go ahead.
There's a flip side. The flip side to that is that Wemby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Giannis had an older Brook Lopez. Well, now I got a younger guy in Myles Turner who can stretch the defense, who can drag Wemby away from the basket. I also got Giannis getting downhill because the lane's going to be open a lot wider. And I can also have Giannis as a defender. He can get Wemby to turn the basketball over and speed Wemby up.
Or you can just, like when defensive, like it's the same thing with Denver. If Jokic's getting cooked in pick and roll or Jokic getting cooked in 5 out, they'll then put him on the worst shooter, like they put him on Lou Dort, and then
on the worst shooter. Put Wemby on the worst shooter?
No, yeah, I'm saying I'm saying in this instance they can make the maneuver and just put Wemby on Giannis. And then at that point now, like Wemby has shown he can defend Giannis going downhill. Like this is on tape. He's shown this before because
Giannis is getting 40 plus.
No, I'm agreeing, but I'm saying like they're both. That's a really good matchup. I'm not trying to take away from Giannis, but I'm saying like at that level though, if Wemby's at the rim versus Giannis, I mean, there's probably not a better rim defender to put on the floor to mitigate Giannis. And to the Real Talk's point, he was going off. But remember, there was a stretch last year, maybe 2 years ago, I remember when they played, where Giannis was getting blocked at the rim on multiple attempts by Wemby. Sure. It's just because of the sheer length, obviously.
I mean, yeah, those 2-3 times, sure, but he still ends up getting like 44.
But now we're talking about end of the game
like
conversions,
primary
though.
Defender on him.
But I think the thing is, but the Spurs have more ability to stop the Bucks than the Bucks do on the other end. Because I think now, if it's 102 to 104, they finally get a stop on Giannis. They force him to a mid-range. He misses it. On the other end, now I got De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, and Victor Wembanyama putting KPJ and who just got the extension for them, Mars? Ryan.
Do the Milwaukee Bucks have more floor space?
Ryan Rollins.
Yeah, Ryan Rollins or whoever. They are defending De'Aaron and Vassell and Wemby.
KPJ and Ryan Rollins play defense.
KPJ is
not only do they play defense,
we're not. But they're not defending. I'm sorry, they're not defending De'Aaron Fox, bro. I'm just not going to do that. They're not doing it.
Oh no, I mean De'Aaron don't get his. I'm not worried.
But now you got Wemby and De'Aaron, though. That's what I'm
saying.
The
floor spaces that you have, Swiper, with the floor spaces that you have, are they better than AJ Green? Are they better than Gary Trent Jr.? Those floor
Spurs
they have. Yes, and Myles Turner.
I mean, outside of
Torian Prince, are they better than them?
But now we're talking about getting stops, though.
Okay, and
you switch it back to
offense.
Yeah,
but
how do you get?
I mean,
I think they can generate stops.
Against spacing is tough.
But
that comes down to 3-point variance, though. Like which is cool. Like that's
that kind of spacing. When you have that kind of spacing, and you're spread out as much as the Spurs would be spread out with Gary Trent on the floor, with AJ Green on the floor, with Myles Turner on the floor, dragging.
Yeah, but you're going. The reason I said you're going to miss those shots eventually, though. You're not going to go 10 for 10. But I'm saying they still have the ability to defend you better than you them, though. That's my argument comes down to that.
But the
Bucks will have a harder. They will, because three-point shooting is about variance, and at some level, there's something to me being able to close.
But that's not you defending well if you give up an open three. And
I don't think they're just gonna, unless they're being wildly undisciplined. They're not just gonna keep giving up open.
It's not about being wildly undisciplined. That kind of space, right?
I know, but I hear you. But the Pacers even did this last year. They were able to contain towards into games and then close out on shooters. Again, like you have to play the math somewhere. They did that, and then on the other end, the Bucks had no reason to be able to stop them, whether it was driving or generating threes, because they generated better 3-pointers than the Bucks did last year in the playoffs. So I'm saying that, and on top of that, they're getting to the rim at will because they couldn't put Brook Lopez in the game because he couldn't keep up. And I'm saying Luke Kornet is mobile enough, based on what he's put out with the Celtics, that he can make up for a lot of deficiencies a lot of bigs you typically can't. And then on top of that, Jeremy Sohan is very good in space. I think Carter Bryant is probably going to be very good in
defender,
space.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that the issue is, and I'm, if you want to say it's a pick 'em series, cool. But I just that De'Aaron Fox thing is going to be, I think, a lot bigger than people.
I didn't agree with Bucks in 5. I just think the Bucks are a better team, but I don't agree with Bucks in 5. I think that's probably a bit. But I wouldn't go Spurs in 5 either. I think they're quite close, but I would favor the Bucks, especially if you're going 82 games plus playoffs. I favor the Bucks. Because I don't think either team is getting out the first round. That's my.
Would you say that the Spurs though, like, do they have the OKC Houston formula where all of a sudden they're pick playing, but then they just rise to the top 5 seed because like they're just a much better defensive team than we gave them credit for, and they have enough scoring to make up.
If they're able to be that good of a defense, then yeah, Wemby's going to win unanimous DPOY. Because I'm not as high on this team defensively, like in terms of the personnel. Because I don't think Carter Bryant's going to play that much, and like outside of him, it's Wemby, Luke Cornett, and then like Jeremy Sohan as the guys who I view as like really, really good defenders.
Stephon Castle,
everyone else is
like part of that.
I don't think he's a really, really good defender. I think he's cool. I think he's a good defender for a rookie. I don't think he was a really, really good defender. I think he could guard at the point of attack and isolation.
And obviously, De'Aaron Fox isn't like a elite defender. We argued about this last.
He's not elite, but he's not hurting you either.
Yeah,
like De'Aaron Fox is going to provide value. Right? He's going to provide value. I'm not saying he's bleeding value on defense. I'm saying he's fine. But when I'm talking about being that elite defense, I think it takes more than having guys who are cool or nice on defense.
But how many teams would have a better?
Oh yeah, because you think he's all defensive caliber. I've never seen that. So that's
that good.
Yeah, that's
what. Chill. That would aid to the Spurs point then. Like if you think he's an All NBA defender playing on this Spurs team, that would make the Spurs like that would make them like a.
But I also and like I just said,
that makes my point more stronger then. Like
fellas, I gotta step in, fellas, because we do gotta move on, and we do gotta let the people know about an app that they need to download called Splash Sports. And the reason you guys need to download Splash Sports is because not only can you elevate your mind, not only can you elevate your bank account, but you can also put your basketball knowledge to good use. And you can make picks on Splash Sports. Well, in those picks can get you some good money. The link is in the description. The QR code is on the screen. And also, furthermore, we are playing a game right now called the NBA Survivor. You have till tomorrow to enter. This is where you choose a player every single night that you believe is going to score more than 20 points. And if that player scores 20 or more points, you will continue to advance. If that player doesn't, you're going home. The last person standing in the winner will get $2,500. But also aside from that, with Splash Sports, we are now doing our Splash of the Day, where every day we highlight a significant player or performance or team in what they've done. Big Ox, you have a Splash of the Day?
Do I have a Splash of the Day?
Yeah.
Well, I think we should highlight and talk about the Las Vegas Aces. Obviously the WNBA season is over, but we have a team that's won 3 championships in the last 4 years. I think we should talk about that, Ron. And obviously the 4-time MVP, A'ja Wilson, of course.
So why is she your Splash of the Day?
Well, I mean,
why are the Aces your Splash of the Day?
Why are the Aces? Well, I mean, just because, as you've seen, what's that thing called? The Thanos hand?
Yeah, the gauntlet.
The gauntlet, yeah.
Infinite. No. First off, the Infinity Gauntlet.
my bad, Swiper.
L knowledge, bro. No ball knowers in here.
I'm sorry, brother. I mean, well, she got the scoring title. She just passed 5,000 career points, DPOY, MVP, and Finals MVP.
There should be a co in front of DPOY, by the way, but you know,
it doesn't matter.
I mean, if you can put that, even if you put that code DPOY, it's still there, still a stone. You know, her and Atlanta.
Should not be a code DPOY.
You know, but there was.
What's on the thumb? Nothing.
No, that's the Finals MVP on the thumb.
You know what? As a matter of fact, what I would have done, Ox, if I was her, I would move 5K over to the thumb, and I'll put Bam on the screen right here.
Well, you know, the good thing you're not her.
I'm a caller.
I'm a caller like you.
The one right here, that's for the championship. So W Infinity Gauntlet, W A'ja Wilson, W Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah, y'all know A'ja Wilson. Me and A'ja go way back. You feel me? Me and A'ja,
flats in a Cadillac.
Yeah, man. She had posted me on her stories. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine that being your introduction to Asia. Your
You
glasses
know,
all twisted
ever
up.
since then, we've been locked in tight. You know
I'm in Asia. I was in the soup. You know, I had one of them.
Oh,
What's
for
your
real?
company
She
called?
still
What's your
ain't
company
choosing
called,
you.
Ron? What's that company called?
Oh, you were in your self-made suit. Self-made
Self-made.
couture.
I was in a self-made suit.
Yeah,
You know, hey, real talk. While I be doing them, you know, Saturday arm experiences so much, because I had a vest on when I saw Asia, so I was like, you know what I mean? I was greased up too. I was like, yo, this is self-made. This is from self-made. Shout out my boy Ron and Ox. I had the South
greased
Carolina
up and
colors on
dripped
too.
out. Okay,
Greased
okay.
up and dripped out. Shout out
Know what I'm
self-made.
talking about? Yeah. Hey, yeah, I may have to get a little custom.
Real talk. You don't own a suit, do you?
I do own a suit. What is wrong with you?
A funeral
He
suit.
is a pastor.
Every black person got a funeral suit.
Real talk is a pastor.
What is wrong with you?
Real talk was just suited up yesterday.
Real talk got a funeral suit that he
Day.
wears every occasion. I'm talking about a suit, a work suit,
No.
a self-made suit.
I saw you on Twitter with your it's game day in high school suit on. I saw you with the blue jacket and the red tie.
Game day in high school.
Yeah, it looked like
you better
game day in high
don't you even stop, bro. That's a presidential. I done met presidents in my suits. You relax. You watch who you're talking to. That's a fact. That's what you're gonna learn today.
Fellas,
I'm getting a self-made suit next year, and you know what? I'm a bet,
Next
Ron.
year.
Matter of fact, Ron, this next event, we're gonna make a bet. Seattle Seahawks for the Broncos. We already got the record. Who goes further in the playoffs? If I'm right, I get a free suit.
Y'all got to make the playoffs first, and y'all should have lost yesterday. But I'm not about to get into that. I'm not gonna lost in that.
I want a free suit.
I'm not gonna get in that.
I want the same one you got.
That switch up was fire though, Swiper from the third quarter to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was.
Y'all, I want to speak on this though. We talked about KD briefly, how he obviously just signed a 2-year contract extension, but KD now with that additional $90 million that he just pocketed, he has the highest NBA career earnings of all time with $598.2 million. LeBron James is second with 581, and you guys can check out everybody else that's on the screen. But what are you guys' thoughts on this?
Chill. You see all them numbers. Chill.
And by the way, that's just the NBA bread. That ain't the
endorsements or nothing.
No, that's just the NBA check. So I mean, yes, that's when. Hey, shout out to getting your bread. Absolutely.
Based on what I heard, baseball money clears.
It does.
It does.
It
does for sure.
Yeah,
it definitely does. 13-year deals for $500 million with an opt-out after the 7th year. So yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, but it's a 13-year deal though.
But I'm saying, but then it's guaranteed, and then the opt-outs are insane.
KD been in the league for 20 and ain't getting that type of money.
Yeah,
but now do y'all see like Shea and Tatum already in the top 10?
Well, what I was going to say, real talk, is next summer, Jokic and Giannis are going to be, I think they'll be near the 700s because of the next 2 contracts. And then they'll be able to re-up again if they play long enough. They'll be in the billions by the time they touch the end.
Don't forget about the money off the books. The circumvented money,
the tree money,
which is going on.
NBA money go crazy. Yeah, that's it. NBA money go crazy.
Book being at number 4 is also very.
I mean, he just re-ups for what, 150?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So,
Dame got a 120 for 2 years.
Yeah.
Shout out PG on here too.
Guys, PG been good for a real long time.
Yeah. Y'all do know KD did just one up Bron, but you guys know that's not gonna last.
Bron gonna stay around to make $1 billion in NBA deals. Watch.
Bron is not
be here 52 collecting $50
million over the next 3 years. That's not happening.
He don't
what?
Chill. He don't got to make 90. He's only. Let me see. How far behind is he on him? He's only like 14.
No, he's saying to get to, because Mars said he's gonna get to $1 billion before. Yeah, no, he's not getting.
He will. He's just gonna stick around until he's 54. You guys gonna see.
Yeah, because I'm telling y'all. So I think next year, because I think Yoke got 130, and then he got 250, 130, 250, and then the next deal they get, and then it might be underselling that too. He's gonna get a 293, and then Giannis is gonna get a 293 if he stays. So then, literally, they're gonna be in the 700s, y'all. Like it's we're getting into
putting a ball in a hoop, boy.
Hey man, hey look, you can make a lot of money putting a ball in a hole, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like you can make a lot of money doing that.
Pause.
What, playing golf?
Ain't no balls for
that too. You go to
That's
Saudi
what's
Arabia.
wrong.
Golf money go crazy too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You go to Saudi Arabia, they'll pay you 100 M's for a couple tournaments. If you
Sure,
right.
I mean, if you go to Saudi Arabia,
you good
they'll
at
pay
a
you
sport, you better
anything for
pursue that.
anything
I
right
ain't
now.
gonna lie, yeah. You good at one of these major sports.
Hey,
you
but I
better pursue
seen
that.
some
There's money to
hey,
be
real talk.
made.
I seen people off the court though making NBA money. You know, not working a 9 to 5, but they make NBA money. I'm talking about 60
Oh, when
60,
a certain
60,
when a-
40,
yeah,
50.
yeah.
You have a podcast called Call Her Daddy. You get $100 million deal from Spotify.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan got 100 mil.
100 million.
We need
And
to-
I
we need to
actually
change the
think
title
he
of the show?
definitely got. I think he got more than 100.
Matter of fact, I'll help you do, Ron. I got some ways to help you get there. For sure. I can for sure. Kai Cenat. That's
Yeah,
what
streamer money go crazy.
that's what they don't tell y'all.
Yeah.
Kai Cenat, who Aiden Ross, even though he
Mhm.
get, what's the other one?
Speed.
Speed,
Boy, they going dumb.
Drewski.
Drewski not in them talks, respectfully.
Well, he
Kai Cenat just went to get 1 million subs on Twitch, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's $5 a sub.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Not to mention all the sponsorship money that he got
Yeah.
Commercials.
Not to mention the
whatever brand to
donations.
appear during his stream.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Shout out
Streamer
Kai,
money
man.
He was on there talking about how he turned down like $26 million from Prize Picks or something because it didn't align with him morally or whatever. So.
Bro, he brought when he brought, and I'm not gonna lie to
26
y'all.
million, I ain't gonna
I watched some of the
single
streams. When he brought what's the Lotto? He brought Lotto and Ice Spice onto the stream.
one.
What was that like?
No,
a
one
month
more
ago
or
or something like that?
26 million.
I've seen some
Goddamn.
clips of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure
but
you
did you? But you know what I was fascinated by? I watched the whole thing. The tour. I had no idea that like it was a compound like that. Like,
Are you talking about the house?
yes.
Where they at? Yeah.
But I mean, he had a car bed. They had a car bed and like that's crazy.
But they
bro.
over there getting to it.
what's the car
over there
bed?
A&P?
Bro, they had a iPad king size mattress, and they could drive the mattress with the
bed? You drive?
bed. Yeah.
Oh, these young boys going crazy. Man.
Yeah, they get
that's
into
fire,
it.
bro.
All right, y'all. Speaking of some young boys,
$8
Speaking of some
a
young
sub?
boys
Oh
going
my
crazy.
God. Okay.
We have some super chats from some young people in the chat that might be crazy or might not be crazy or whatever the case may be, but we're going to go ahead and get around to these super chats. The last crunch time segment. Salute to everybody that's watching the show. Y'all know the drill. If you haven't hit that like button yet, what are you really doing? If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you really doing? Shout out everybody on Twitter. Shout out everybody on Facebook. The next super chat I got is from Mo. Mo says, salute PC. Hope all is well. Word on the streets is Harden's having another baby. Shout out to the GOAT.
Another.
Yeah, they said that in starting five.
Yeah, we ain't even learned he had one until starting five.
He already has one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Word
didn't see
on
that
the
part.
street, Hard's having a baby. What is
I don't
this?
know what street
Ricky
you
Lake?
on.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, shout out to James Harden. Obviously, like, yeah, congratulations. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't care too much about what these guys.
That boy
Shout out
said,
to
I'm
Ricky
in
Lake.
love. And then
But
you
shout out
see,
to Harden.
shout out to my dog Ash on Twitter. In Real Talk, no Ash. Ash talking about, hey man, I think it's time for me to lock in. Bro, you ain't Harden, bro. You gonna it'll take you a minute to lock him in, Ash. You got to fall into
Ass
something.
looking at Harden and be like, oh, if
Talk
he
about-
got one, it's time
If
for
he
me to
got
get
one, I gotta get one.
Okay. All
Like
right,
it's like when
brother.
Speed was talking to Katie about like getting girls or whatever. Like, bro, we ain't playing in the same league, my dog. Shout out to my dog Ash though. That's my dude, man.
Shout out
Yeah,
Ash.
Speed might be playing in that league, to be fair.
Not Katie's league, but yeah, he's playing in the league.
That's
for
why
sure, though.
I actually
Speed might be playing in that
No,
league.
but Katie got the
Like,
years.
geez.
Like, I don't know if he playing up. You know what I mean? Because you got the 12-year-old division, 16-year-old, and you got the 21. I don't know if he playing up because that's 35-year-old division.
I will say this about Speed because I at first I wasn't really tapped in, but I've been seeing like over the past maybe year or so that young man is athletic,
Bro.
Yeah, when we were talking about the best athletes ever, we might have to throw Speed in them too.
Hey, that's not
Oh,
Oh, God damn.
nah, boy. That
You see
young
what
man
he
is
be doing?
athletic, bro. I was
He ran a
like, whoa.
4.41. He jumped a what, Mars?
He's got a 40-inch vert and a rover to swap.
Yeah, like standing.
40, like he.
And a 4.41. Bro, he could have played slot corner somewhere.
I even seen him boxing a little bit. He looked like he could put his hands together a little bit. I'm not.
He
saying
was just with
speed is a ridiculous.
that gymnast, that Olympic gymnast too.
What's her
doing
name?
like the
I think
he's
what?
He's
Simone Biles.
No,
it was
the Blasian one.
Sunny Lee.
Yeah,
Sunny
Lee. Yeah.
Shout out Sunny Lee too.
And he jumped the 51-inch the box or whatever, the run up box that he had to jump. It's like a 51-inch box or 60 something.
Yeah,
that brother is
I don't know what. Yeah, he
professional athlete / streamer.
No, he is.
Yeah, I see Speed doing that. I have to lock in.
Real talk, you're next. Real talk's next. Mars is next. Y'all do y'all little compound.
You need to go ahead and jump on one of them, like a soccer team or something. You need to go play soccer or one of them divisions.
I've watched him do that. He's trash. But
is he trash at soccer? Okay.
Yeah.
He's terrible. But
well, do you think any athlete can just jump on a soccer team and be good?
No, I thought he was a good soccer player. I don't know. Like, Ron,
it's not football. It's not football. Any athlete can't just be good. You know, football, you got to be able to run fast.
What's the dude's name that he raced? The buff dude?
That make
the one who used to do like the day in
the Saratoga water guy.
Whoa. We don't speak about him on
what is it?
Oh, my fault. Yeah, my fault.
Wait, you don't. Is there a
long story? Y'all, real talk, long story.
Drinking that water,
All right, anyway, but that dude actually played football back in the day. Ashton, he actually played football back in the day, but he's fast. Speed is just faster, and he's younger.
All right, y'all. Fallback hoops said the Mavs should automatically be top 5 since they have Magic and Kareem. Also, Swiper, how do you feel about that crazy Broncos game ending? L Giants kicker, shaking my head.
Well, as you can see on my timeline, I was not impressed with Bo Nix at all in the first 3 quarters. Broncos fans, it's funny, real talk. I get called a homer by like NBA stuff, and then on the other side, I'm like, I'm not a homer. So people are angry with me hitting my. I get more. Matter of fact, I get more hate in my messages, like my unseen messages, than I do like for the other side. So Bo Nix is playing like trash. The Broncos are playing like trash. It was 19-0, 33 seconds left in the third quarter. And then the Broncos scored 33 points. And Bo Nix went 4 touchdowns and like 230 all-purpose yards in the fourth quarter.
That is ridiculous.
Literally the greatest quarter of all time for any quarterback.
That's 6 points with 5 minutes left in the game.
28-6.
6 points. 6 points and 5 minutes left in the game. 6. That's
everybody needs to be fired over there.
That interception that Jackson that Dart threw. That threw a monkey wrench in there.
And remember, chill, they shouldn't have been up. It should have been 19. They should have got the ball back with 6-19. But remember, the Wan'Dale Robinson dropped the ball and it tipped to Bellinger. And Bellinger ran all the way up the sideline for a tip touchdown, which was insane. That put it at 28-6 or 26-8. So, yeah, man, it was just a great game all the way around, dude.
It was a good game.
Shout out Scatterboo.
He's the real talk of the NFL, bro. He's just be hitting his head on hitting his head on the wall all the time.
I don't hit my head on the wall.
Mavs flag AD Kyrie said Flag held his opponents to 8 of 37 field goal shooting at 21%. Does he have a chance to be second team all defense as a rookie? He also averaged 0 turnovers as a point guard.
If that was Wemby, would Wemby be having a chance to be first team all defense if he was doing that?
Hell yeah.
I mean, Wemby was first team all defense, right?
Yeah. So the reason why I'm saying that is because, unlike me, who I do need to see it, and I do see the talent with a lot of guys, but I do need to see it. You think he could be first team? Stand on it. Don't sit with the second team thing. You think he could be first team? So say that. It's okay. It's okay to say that. You think that Wemby could be a first team all league defender? Who's the last guy to be a first team all league defender as a rook? Wemby. Before Wemby, who did it?
Duncan, I don't know.
Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, Duncan did it.
Chill doing a lot of inference today. I like it.
I'm just saying, if because y'all dudes make me stand on the stuff that I say.
First team all defense or just period?
Is it ridiculous to think that Cooper Flag, with the numbers that you just read, is it ridiculous to think that Cooper Flag could be a first team all league defender this year? Think about the all league defenders: Daniels, Thompson, Draymond, Mobley, Wemby, Zubac, whom I'm leaving out. Anthony Davis, Herb Jones. Is it ridiculous to think that Is it ridiculous to think that Cooper Flag could be a first team all league defender this year if he played defense at that level and Dallas was a top 5 defense like I think that they're going to be? Is it ridiculous to think that as a rook?
I mean,
He's not
chill.
going
We
to
gotta
be
see it.
team. I'm fairly
We gotta
confident.
see it, chill. Maybe year
I do
two,
too.
not year one.
Oh, yeah, we gotta
Also,
see
let
it.
this
We
be
gotta
the
see it.
last day that we do this Cooper Flag Magic Johnson troll.
Please,
Season
Mark.
starts tomorrow.
Season starts tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you for centering him when I say that, by the way. Let this be
Mars,
the
we're waiting
last
for an
day,
answer.
right? Because
Earth to Mars.
we have way more to talk about.
I do what I want when I feel like it.
Mars, come to Earth.
Do you do what you want, Mars?
Well, hold on, no, because the season's about to start. Now let's say that he shows some magic.
Exactly. If he looks like Magic Johnson, I'm gonna say he looked like Magic Johnson. You want me to
He coming
fake my
through like,
analysis?
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If I see him posting up from baseline to baseline, like am I meant to just say that's Magic Johnson? Like,
Man, that's not a post up, Mars. That's a crab dribble. When you that
Yeah,
tall-
but it's funny. But what's funny if I say post up or crab dribble? Okay, it's about comedic effect. Come on, you would know that, Mr. Stand Up. Like, come on, man.
All right.
Oh, actually, I got
Mr.
a show.
Stand Up.
I got a show next month. Actually,
Oh, by the way, did you
streaming
see
it
it?
live?
Mars, you see the
I'm
Houston Rocket
definitely
update?
Yeah, I did. One of the biggest lineups I've ever seen. They started a man at point guard, show. So yeah.
The Rockets are?
Amin,
Yeah,
Kevin Durant at 2.
KD's their 2 guards.
Jabari
Oh
Smith
my
at the 3.
goodness.
Shingun at the 4, and Steven Adams at the 5.
Steven
That's who
Adams
they're starting.
That's
yeah,
what I'm
against
talking
OKC.
about. Yeah.
So
Hey,
their
if you gonna
plan,
do
their plan is, hey man, if we're gonna turn the ball over, 99 offensive rebounds. Come on, throw that
Man,
ball.
if you gonna do it, do it. I ain't mad at it, MA.
Throw
That's how
that
you
ball at
stand
the rim.
on your nuts, MA. I like it. All right, Zigsaw Puzzle said
that's terrible.
Game 7, Ron. We are headed to the World Series. You damn right we headed to the World Series. Y'all want your chain back? Come and get it. Come and get it.
Don't nobody want that Party City ass chain you got on, Ron? Nobody.
We don't want it either.
Where did you even get that from?
We don't want it either. We just took it from them.
Where did you get that from?
Straight off their neck. I got it from the team store. You know where they have all the jerseys and all of that, all of that stuff. Yeah. But it was from a fan in Toronto, downtown. Pim was there. He seen it.
Why you ain't take it off of Vladimir?
Hey,
Should have took his.
Julio. Hey, Julio got that. Kill Me Slime said, want to shout out Jalen Lane from the Commanders and MJ Collins from Utah State basketball team. We all grew up together. 704 in the 803. Shout out to 704 in the 803.
Dope.
What up?
Shout out to y'all.
What's the 704-803?
Shout out to him.
Love y'all.
Latest white.
That's like Virginia or
Merry
something.
Christmas.
Ain't that 803? 803? That's like Virginia, right?
Chat. Chill. Anybody
I'll
out?
figure it out. Give me a second. Because I want, if we're gonna shout him out, we're gonna show him some love, right?
All right. Well, while you looking that up, we got a couple new members. Zigsaw Puzzle's one of them. Planet Kai is one of them.
Oh, South Carolina. Okay.
In North Carolina. 8704.
Shout out South of North Carolina.
Okay.
Shout out to
803
Carolina.
803 South Carolina. 704 North Carolina. That's what's up.
Yeah, shout out them Carolinas.
Mhm.
EB Lazy also became a YouTube member. Shout out to EB. We have a members chat from Almighty Scambo. Scambo back in the mix. Scambo said, it's getting to that time. Cavs info, El Bozos.
Chill, when are you going to get like where you are? Well, let me ask you this. Are you not there on the Cavs like you are on the Clippers because their players play and lose in the playoffs regularly? Because when are you going to hop off that train?
Well, this
Damn,
season, if you don't win, well, it's interesting he brings that up because I'm on record saying that this was the year that I had them winning the NBA championship. Last year, I had them in the NBA championship and losing.
Mm-hmm.
This is the year that I had them winning the NBA championship. If they don't do it this year, I'm out.
They're still young though, chill. Like you shouldn't just be out on them just because they.
But we've
lose.
seen the development of this. This thing has been going on for I think we're in year 4 of this development now. Since they got Donovan Mitchell, we're in year 4 now. And again, we're in an era where it's ridiculous parity. And I don't think that I'm going to see an NBA champion twice in the season. So if the time to win it, if there has ever been a time to win it, it's now.
Well, chill
this
though.
team-
Chill. That should actually give you more of a reason why you think the Cavs are going to win it. Because who do you have second winning it this year? Like, who do you have the Cavs seeing in the championship?
Denver.
So Well, that would mean Denver will win twice. Well, who would be the other team that hasn't won? Let's say the Minnesota Timberwolves win. Then that means since you're not taking repeat champions, that means the Cavs still have an opportunity out of the remaining teams to win a championship next year.
So the more they lose, the higher chance they have of winning.
Yes,
Well, that makes sense.
And not only the more that they lose, it's the progression. And again, last season we kind of got a monkey wrench thrown in it. I had them in the East Finals last year, so I think this year is the year that they do it.
All right. The next super chat or members chat that I got is from FIFA Boy. FIFA Boy said El Harden and El Mo. Damn, what they do? What they do to that man?
Shout out FIFA.
Elevated for sure. Sent through a members chat and said Julius Peppers was an elite athlete.
Why? Because he played basketball in North Carolina too. That's why.
Yeah,
I mean, college basketball player, all pro defensive end. I mean,
I got you.
Ron, you know Julius Peppers.
Ron, are you familiar with Julius Peppers? Is this something that we don't know about Julius Peppers?
Man, why y'all got a lot of stories, man? That's what I be peeping, bro. Y'all don't like Harden. Y'all apparently I can't bring up Ashton Hall, and now we got a background story about Julius.
Real talk. You know how Ashton Hall be running them sprints with his shirt off?
Yeah.
Well, he just was doing that indoor in a certain room in somebody's house up here. That's all it was. Nothing too major.
Oh, wow.
He was running on somebody's indoor treadmill. That's it.
All right, man. Keep going.
2K God said dub content from Mars and Pastor Real Talk last week. What y'all have going on?
Oh yeah, Mars. Shout out to Mars again. He came through on my channel. My channel, you can look that up, Real Talk EJLT, and we had a live discussing where we ranked the teams this year as far as championship contenders and whatnot. So you can go check that out. You know what I'm saying? YouTube been doing very well recently, growing at a rapid pace. So make sure y'all tap in.
I actually just subscribed to you last week to Real Talk.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Sorry, it took me a while to get around to the party, but I'm here. I'm here.
You show up.
What the hell does EJLT?
Well, my nickname is EJ, and then the Real Talk was initially like a podcast that I had with somebody, and their initials are LT, and I've just kept it.
He went solo. And kept the name of the group. That's what he did.
Y'all go follow
you and Beyonce on him.
Yeah, he went solo and kept the name of the group. That's what happened right there.
I see you.
That's what happened.
Y'all be sure to go follow Real Talk EJBQT. That's
okay.
What is it?
Okay.
One more time. What is it?
EJLT. Real Talk EJLT. That's
all right. LT. All
right. What you want to say? BLT? What?
Nothing. I'm just trying to get it right.
Ahead. No,
like I said, I just got here. Real Talk. I'm just trying to focus.
I'm subbed up, man. I'm subbed up.
Appreciate you.
If you're not, be like Ox. Go sub up. Last but not least, well, we got two more. The second to last super chat is from Petty Hardaway. Pretty Hardaway said, "Shout out Chill and Mars, cooking Gil and BJ. Always Braun." Something else happened that I'm not familiar with.
We did a Family Feud episode, Mars and I, this weekend on Player's Choice against Gilbert Arenas and Brandon Jennings podcast. Yeah, Mars and I did that on Saturday, and
what happened?
It was dope. We won.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all like clean the floor with him?
Family Feud style?
Yes, yep. Low was the host, and Mars and I we went against both Gil and Brandon Jennings. It was dope. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Enjoy.
Mars was busy this weekend, man. Shout out to Mars, man.
I see you out here in these social media streets, Mars.
Yeah, man.
So they did the Family Feud 2-on-2. Did you ask them when they're gonna do the basketball 2v2?
I did not ask them.
Players really want all the smoke with everybody. Whatever though.
All right, we got another members chat from Cheese. Cheese said, "I love going back and watching some old episodes. I came across an interesting comparison. Who do you pick? Prime Sheed or Prime AD? Dub PC and Dub Retweet.
Prime Rashid or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Dub Retweet.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis is better than Respect to Rasheed though. I love.
No
Rasheed.
disrespect to Rasheed Wallace, but Anthony Davis is better than him.
But Anthony Davis, yes.
Big
No,
Ox.
Chill's changed his mind. He's used to say Rasheed.
Did I say Rasheed?
And that when we did that video, you did.
I don't remember saying that. Well, if I did, I was wrong. I'm taking Anthony.
You
Davis
still got
over
Pau
Rasheed.
Gasol over AD?
Oh, Mars, things change. People
And I
grow.
know you got.
I'm asking if it changed. I'm asking if it changed.
No,
Real talk. But who do you got? Real talk.
it has not changed. No, it has not.
I'm curious. Real talk.
Pau
You
Gasol
got
over Kareem?
Sheed or Pau Gasol?
Oof.
That's a good one, actually.
That's a good one.
It ain't a good one.
I got Pau Gasol.
I'm probably gonna lean Powell, but I'm not mad if you take Rasheed though at all. But Powell, I think the separator is probably like the passing element that Powell has compared to Sheed. But then you got Sheed who can stretch the defense out to the 3-point line, and Powell can't do that. And I probably would say,
better than him too.
would you say is the better defender though? See, that's probably the
Rasheed is a better defender. Rasheed's a better defender.
For sure.
Powell was a good defender, but Rasheed
Powell was
better.
good. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's
Am I
not a
ridiculous
knock
to think
Pau
that-
Gasol, but Rasheed was better.
Did Sheed underachieve? I think she may be an underachiever.
He did.
Nah,
Chill.
I wouldn't.
I ain't gonna say that to his face. Shit.
She's one of those players
He could have
where
been a
he
lot
was
better
like,
than what he was.
yeah, Chill. You could say that in terms of all NBAs and all stars and stuff like that. But every team she was on was good for the most part. So I'm like, she played his parts on those teams. She wasn't the type of player. She did what KD did this year. He took a pay cut. He took a role cut. She could have easily demanded, yo, I'm scoring 24 a game and I'm
The
doing
way we
this,
talk
that, and the
about
third.
KG, the way we talk about Malone, the way we talk about the best power forwards, we should have been talking about Sheed like that.
Yeah, I think we were. I just think she was.
We never
one of
talked
those
about him
dudes
like
who was-
that. Never.
Okay, well, I'm speak for
in
myself.
Portland.
I think she
No.
just came up in a rough time. You got to remember when he was in the league, it was a power forward league. He was in there with
Duncan.
He came through when Malone was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? And then you got KG, you got Tim Duncan, you got Dirk, you got Amari, you got so many power forwards that just came through when he came through. So the reason I think he gets overlooked is because he missed out on some of those all NBA teams and all-star teams because of who he was in the NBA with. Chris Webber, I didn't even bring up Chris Webber. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
I
she
just stand
came
on the
through at a
logic
rough
that I think you could be a better player than somebody, but they could be better at what they do at that specific position than you. And I don't think that it's a huge gap between Gasol and Anthony Davis. No, I don't think that there's a gap at all. I think that it's like but when I think about the power forward spot, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but when I think about what Pau Gasol did at the 4 spot, and when I think about what Anthony Davis did at the 4 spot, I would have to go with Pau Gasol.
Sure, I will argue with you that Rasheed Wallace was better than Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett in 99, 2000, 2001.
You'll lose too.
Say what you said again.
That's fine. Shit, that's fine. Chill. I've lost before. You know what I'm saying? I'm good in my doghouse. You know what I'm saying? I could argue that Rasheed Wallace, if not better, was just as good as those dudes in 2000. You know what I'm saying? 2001.
We can say that for another day. I'm with that.
No doubt.
Big Ox, you got some water in your doghouse? I got a couple extra bottles of Saratoga. I could drop it off.
I'm about to put blood. Hey, Ox, wait till I see this dude, yo. I swear. Wait till I see this dude. It's on and cracking. Wait till I see him, yo.
We got one more super chat before we get up out of here, and it's from Void Century. Void Century YT said, I keep saying the Cavs should have traded Garland to the Wolves for Jaden McDaniels. Garland solves their point guard issues, and the Cavs need a 2 or 3 to play next to Donovan Mitchell.
Nah. Wolves should have just got Lonzo.
Yeah, the thing about like the point guard going to Minnesota like Garland and then trading away Jaden McDaniels on top of that, now you're like asking Ant to legitimately guard the other team's best perimeter player for like long periods of the game.
Basically.
I don't know if you want to do that. It would be cool to see him do it though, but that's a lot to ask out of Ant.
All right, fellas, it's been fun. It's been real. We'll be back tomorrow for the NBA season opener. It should be a good episode. Once again, we'll be on playback tomorrow. And y'all take it easy. Same time tomorrow.
Rockets going to beat up 50 tomorrow, by the way.
Later.
I'm going to have 15 turnovers.